What's going on, everybody? You're listening to the Fresh Beets Podcast, recorded live at the infamous Arthur Street Studios. I'm your host, Greg Thomas, and we got the Fresh Beets crew here with us. We got comedian Trev, we got DT, we got Don J, T Cal, Rock. We also have a special guest sitting in with us today. Two highly intelligent and moderately beautiful women. We got Simone and Shayla. How you doing, ladies?
I deserve it. That was a good introduction.
You didn't want to get your expectations up too high.
We also got a regular ass guest. Hi, Justin. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Also, what's up to the Fresh Beets crew? How y'all doing, fellas?
Yeah, man.
Isn't everything recorded live?
Baby. Yeah.
Pretty much.
What you do?
You live life live.
Yeah. Until you die.
Until you die. You live it until you die.
You know how it goes.
That's stupid. Okay, so the Grammys happened again. I don't know if y'all knew or aware. Yeah.
Every year.
The big story, as far as I'm concerned, is Adele winning Album of the Year, but not her winning Album of the Year, but pretty much almost renouncing the award and giving it to the almighty Queen Bee. Bay. Is it Queen Bay?
It's Bay.
Queen Bay? Okay.
Oh, she
Like Hurt Bay?
I didn't even know. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, she pretty much said that Adele pretty much said that, yeah, my shit was dope, but Beyonce's was legendary, and all praise is due to her.
Yeah, she Kanye'd herself.
I'm gonna say all praise beats. I'm gonna let myself.
No, because Kanye couldn't make it. He had another obligation, so she said, "I'll take care of it."
No.
It's like you getting in trouble and your parents tell you, "All right, beat your own ass."
I'm gonna let me finish.
but she accepted the award, but spiritually, she gave it to Beyonce. So it was a win-win.
That's all right.
For the hive out there.
You gonna pay me this money, and I would donate. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna donate.
Right. I mean, Beyonce.
She's an outstanding artist. I'll give it. She's an outstanding artist.
Careful.
And I don't want to get killed.
Yeah, exactly.
She is not as outstanding as the almighty Queen Bey.
Yeah, there we go.
As I look around.
Because Carlos Santana got into the same predicament, right? He ended up saying that he thought Adele was the better singer and that Beyonce was a model performer.
Yeah.
And not really a
Well,
singer. Yeah. They after his head.
Beyonce is more of like
like
she's more of a cultural icon,
Right.
whereas Adele is more of just a stay in her lane kind of singer.
Right.
But I think people would say that Beyonce kind of deserved it more simply because most people view it as her best album of an already established career. So if the best of Beyonce can win the award.
Right, and I feel like we wouldn't do them justice without letting the females talk about Beyonce because.
I love to get a woman's opinion.
How much
Because
time
like as a guy, I feel already at a disadvantage.
Right.
Even speaking on Beyonce without having like a woman fact check me or tell me that I can't think
I'm
or feel
not
the
part
same
of the
type of way.
Beehive or anything like that, but the album was amazing. Like the only way to really involve yourself in the album is to watch the movie, like the visual album part of it.
That's
because as a woman, as a black woman, it's coming from, it's like showing you every emotion that a woman goes through when her heart's broken.
It really is.
To the very end, to where she's reconciled with the person, and then she realizes she has to break that curse that black women are in, where they're constantly forgiving and constantly taking the hits for everybody. So when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade.
Yeah.
So you're nominated for an Oscar too?
No, honestly, I ain't into beat life like that, but I have to give it to her. Like, I love that album.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I watched it. I think I watched it with you, Simone.
Yeah.
I watched it.
Because I am going to be
I over and over again. We watched it while I was trying to watch Game of Thrones. Yeah. Me and Justin trying to watch it, but we did watch Lemonade Album, and I really did enjoy the movie. Me being a movie guy, I really did enjoy it. It was awesome, and then the music going with it, I really enjoyed it. But personal preference, I think Chance was. That's what I enjoyed. Chance the Rapper.
Oh, Chance was good.
Right. But I feel like this is. I'm not taking anything away from.
I didn't watch it.
Right. But I just know the Beehive, they crazy cutting themselves for Beyonce.
Wait a minute.
You don't want to.
Not all of them.
I don't like music that much.
I think
gotta claim all of them.
is like that.
I think Beyonce is important though. The more I hear people dissect everything she does, like in her performances, how Afrocentric she is, how I guess empowering she is for a lot of women. You know, she's definitely like represents more than just music.
Oh yeah,
she represents her culture.
yeah,
and I love that she's embodied.
Yeah,
Right. So I think it's fair. I think people hear Carlos Santana's comment and they talk and he refers to her as not being such a singer. I think he's almost correct in that she's bigger than just singing. You know, she's more like an icon, like a Michael Jackson level of iconic, where you're not just focused on her vocals.
She definitely is, but she's also a singer too. That was shade from Carlos Santana.
Yeah, it was.
But because even like, because I didn't watch the awards, but I did go back and watch some of like the performances and stuff afterwards, and like even the performances, like Beyonce is up there, pregnant as hell, singing down. Like, she still sounded really good. Like, her breath control was really good. And then, like, Adele, like, no shade to her, she did have to start over on her performance because, you know, she has this problem with pitch. She be off pitch a lot of times. So she had to start over. But, you know, but then he said that Adele was the singer. But, I mean, Beyonce is up there pregnant as hell singing. It's like you don't even watch. Like, I feel like these people don't even, like, listen to Beyonce, but they always have, like, some type of criticism.
When I see Beyonce or hear of Beyonce's performance, it's the same thing every time. Everybody says she gives it all. She really goes up there and she does it for the fans. And I really believe she embodies like the work ethic that we try to instill in Black people in our culture. It's like, man, you got to go out there and you got to grind. Like, I feel like Beyonce grind like she ain't got no money. You know what I'm saying?
She changed the music game. Like, she changed the way people drop their albums now. Like, when nobody really dropped a surprise albums before, Beyonce dropped the Beyonce album self-titled. So I mean, like, I give her props, but I'm also a stan, so I like to listen to y'all.
But I will say this. she has a song on the album called Freedom, where she's talking about herself. It's about like the video is they're on a lynching tree. They're like a tree where people got lynched on, and these beautiful Black women just and like all strange fruit just spread out. They're spread out and they're showing that they're strong. And she even talks about her waking up. And before, you know, she was different, and how she woke up in this album and used this album as her like platform to just be like, look, y'all thought I was asleep, but I'm not. I'm awake. So now she's doing everything to show that
I'm very woman.
Yeah,
that's one thing I love about artists when they change.
Right.
If you're still doing the same thing, I don't think I can respect you as truly as an artist if you're still doing the same thing you were doing when you first came out. And that's why I hate to say I'm bringing Kanye West. Even though Kanye West, he has controversy, he has that, but he changes. He ever evolves. And that's one thing I like about artists, and that's one thing I love about music. It changes. When artists change, that's why I definitely feel like it's a lot. It's a culture now where it's not frowned upon to be woke, if that makes sense. Exactly. And I feel like that's because of artists like Beyonce, where they can change how people think. Man, you're right. Super Bowl performance.
But you kind of have to think though. There's a large segment of the population though that's kind of afraid of that wokeness, and that's why. That's why performances like that, you know, the Super Bowl can be controversial when they say, okay, well, this isn't the platform to be outspoken, to be vocal about social issues.
But if you don't use your platform, then what's the point?
Right. And that's the thing. Like, and artists such as Beyonce, like they use their fame, their celebrity, their platform to speak out about injustices and things that are going on in society, and that's kind of what makes you an icon. You know, not only that you have a face and you're not afraid to show it, but you actually have a thought, you actually have an opinion. Right. You know, and people care about, you know, what she thinks, what she says, because a lot of times it reflects, you know, problems as a whole. Right. So a lot of times people don't understand that things don't get attention brought to it unless a celebrity such as, like, say, a Beyonce brings such attention to it. At least the discussion, you know, will be talked about. It may not get solved, but at least we'll be talking about it.
Right. I feel like it's one of those things where we have, like, as men, barbershop talk, where we all talk about barbershop, and we know everything we're seeing day to day, but nobody on the news is talking about it, nobody in the media is talking about it, but then Beyonce gets on stage and she talks about it, and we like, that's what we say. That's how we feel right there.
We've been saying this for years.
Right.
We've been woke for a while. Well, right. Y'all just not waking up.
So, but it's good to use that platform. I'm glad there are people like her and like that they have been doing it, but they might not have the notoriety that she has. Yeah. So they were doing it, but nobody, like Dave Chappelle, you know, like he might have been saying something, but nobody was listening. And then somebody else with a bigger platform, you know, or whatever, said it the same thing, and now people are starting to listen. Yeah. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to read this off right here. And what's funny about Adele and Beyonce, because album of the year, of course, Adele won. Lemonade behind it. Record of the year, Hello, Adele. Behind it, Formation, Beyonce. Song of the Year, Hello, Adele. With Formation. Best New Artist, Chance the Rapper. Oh! You see, you weren't expecting that. See how I did that there? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
That actually shows true changing music. Yeah. That's one of the first digitally released artists to actually win.
He did without selling the song.
Yeah.
He didn't. He wasn't in a rep label. He didn't have a label. It was all his money.
I believe his money was from performances and like the hats.
Yeah, and that's quite literally a game changer right there.
Right. Like that's my saying, Kit Kat.
Shout out to Kit Kat. Free Kit Kats for life.
Yes. This podcast is not sponsored by Kit Kat.
But we would like to be if you're offering.
Right, yeah. Kit Kat, if y'all take it.
How many Kit Kats y'all want us to eat?
Kit Kat Johnson, you heard it first.
Oh, man. Yeah, y'all stop talking about Kit Kat. We ain't getting paid.
Before Chance won this, I believe he was there were only white artists winning this award.
Well, let's see.
I think I want to say I saw something that the last person to win of color was Lauryn Hill.
Yeah, that was like in 90.
And it was a meme, so I can't.
Can't fact check
That's a real problem in my generation.
Before the category of best new artist.
And it did say first black male artist since Lauryn Hill, but Lauryn Hill's a female
artist. I think it was first black rap artist since Lauryn Hill.
Check my sources.
Right.
It's me.
Hey man, we got all
all day. That doesn't surprise me though, because like this talking about the Grammys, and so hip hop in itself is a hard genre to get nominated for Grammys anyway, unless it's actually like a hip hop category, right? You know, so,
and that's where Beyonce won. She won in all the urban entertainment categories.
So I mean that's a glass ceiling that's still kind of hard to reach, but you know. The internet helps out a lot with it.
Yeah,
and
it's definitely progress.
And it shows like the way music is changing, the way we deliver music, and the way people are receiving their music is changing. Mm-hmm. Like people stream more now than anything. I actually physically got on and bought a CD or album in years.
Oh,
but
that's true.
Yeah, but
I've given
iTunes a lot.
Spotify,
Amazon Music. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Apparently, you can still win when you're dead. David Bowie.
I was gonna say Tupac brought it home.
Well, I mean,
I was gonna say Prince.
I was thinking Elvis, maybe.
No, David Bowie won 3. Unless I run across another one. Yeah, I didn't even know he had an album out.
I think he just won because he died. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say
I mean, when you die, that's gonna put a boost in your sales.
So, and people are gonna listen to you more.
Dead?
That's the only reason.
I'll be that
guy.
Solange won Best R&B Performance for Cranes in the Sky.
I yet to listen to that. It is on my list.
Solange comes across a lot of my streaming services, so I was experienced that, and it's a really good listen to it.
It is.
You know, and she's come a long way from you know being.
She no longer Beyonce's little sister.
Yeah, she's Solange. Yeah, so she has her own identity. She's not a sub Destiny's Child.
Only thing I knew her from was from the elevator.
The elevator.
When she's Bow Wow's girlfriend in like a music video or a TV show.
They were,
Puppy Love, Puppy Love.
She was, and then she played her brother. She played his brother.
Are we there yet?
Family.
Oh yeah, John's family.
Oh yeah, she sure did.
I don't know if she was there.
Bow Wow was putting them all back in the day, to be honest.
Solange.
Ain't no Zeta.
Man.
I
I don't want to get rickrolled.
But
honorary.
You know, somebody that was similar to Solange in that fact was Jhené Aiko. Because I don't know if anybody, females, if y'all remember, like she was kind of like in the background for the B2K days, and you know. Everybody kind of knew her from. Like she was somebody's cousin or sister or something like that.
I knew her. They all like related.
Yeah,
like their
I
storyline.
knew her because she was Childish Gambino's girlfriend.
Yeah, and I actually had a poster on my wall. Back when I was in high school of Jhené Aiko. I didn't know her. I just thought she was a cute girl.
You had the word up post on.
Yeah, I had the word up post. I had the word up posted.
Still back. I see. Yeah.
But you know, but when she dropped her music, I don't know how y'all feel about her, but I was like, wow, like she actually is standing alone. Like who is okay?
To me, it seemed like she came out of nowhere because I had no idea about her.
And you have to go back and look at them pictures. You know,
that's her.
There she goes.
Connecting the dots and stuff.
Yeah.
I understand that.
But she actually has a baby with Omarion's younger brother. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
was that true? Or was that like their storyline?
I think that was their thing. I think that was like true. She
like
does
her
have
daughters?
a baby.
Okay. I know she has a baby.
Yeah.
Tell me what you saying.
But I know you still like have like a storyline with that, like her and Orion was like.
Yeah, this is like
Romeo and Juliet.
Like it's a real life reality show.
Yeah. I was like, okay.
And
Yeah, that's pretty much all. there's nothing else worth talking
We
about.
talk about CeeLo though. Hello.
Oh yeah, there are things to talk about.
C3PO 3X.
Yeah, that. I don't know why he did that. Why did he?
Y'all, like, nobody knows. Nobody know what.
I think he's because he's promoting the album, right? I think he got an album coming up. Just like with the
I
whole.
thought he was going God mode.
Oh, y'all.
Just like his whole.
This is CeeLo Gold.
He's kind of like Daft Punk. He's kind of like Daft Punk, I guess now.
But people know who CeeLo is.
Daft Punk have been.
I mean, they've been doing it for long. I don't know why you
can't just turn into Daft Punk. Or is that what happened when you go down?
This what happened. Y'all remember seeing that video
of him
when
with the
that phone exposing his face?
Oh.
It fused to him, and he became some kind of android.
I like
That's
that
what
story.
happened.
But that's promotion for his album, or is this really real life?
Wait,
Is this real
are you
life?
saying this Dragon Ball Z CeeLo?
Well, he was an American Dad.
CeeLo.
Is he Dr. Jerome? Still coming next?
Oh, there's a picture of Drake with CeeLo with the gold CeeLo hanging from the chain.
He has another one with him like all blacked out too, with
Oh
his
yeah, I
head
saw that
shining.
one. Y'all see the lights and stuff?
Yeah, the lights. Yeah, I'm like,
I can't do it.
I think I saw a meme. You don't have to win a Grammy if you are a Grammy.
Oh my God.
That's right though. He's a Grammy.
Oh my God.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. I don't know why. Don't know why.
Shout out to Noah Jones.
Shout out. Yo, we're not getting. I gotta stop singing. We're not getting paid for these.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the Grammys were okay, I guess. Yeah, Drake. Hotline. This is not Krispy Kreme. Hotline Bling, best rap song.
Yeah, we had a bunch of artists that weren't there. Yeah,
Really?
I don't think he was there because he had his tour.
How did that? Who else was in that running? Who else was nominated for best rap album?
The rap song, All the Way Up.
And I
Fat
think,
Joe, Remy Ma, French Montana. Famous, Kanye West, featuring Rihanna, No Problem, Chance the Rapper, and everyone else. Ultra Light Beam. Yeah.
I think Chance won the Grammy for best rap performance for No Problem.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
That sounds right.
Because right now.
Let me. Yeah.
Man, I love doing that
Yeah,
work,
yeah.
you know? I usually scroll to see what Trump did today, but then I just see some extra stuff. Okay, Grammys, let's see.
Pretty good.
You checking up on Trump?
I touched in Trump one day on Google and it said what has literally just put in what in front of Trump. Said what has Trump done today? Somebody else is like,
Did you see that meme of Trump holding up the clipboard or whatever with the bill on it, and they whited it out and wrote ABCs right there?
Oh yeah, I've seen a bunch of memes today. He quite literally doesn't know what he's signing
He don't know.
sometimes.
Like, he signed this shit. Which
Like
one?
no, he put
You
Steve
just
Bannon
gave
in
me
like
life.
a permanent role without even knowing it. Steve Bannon just kind of like slid that in there, and Trump's like, and
It's got words. It's got real good words.
real good words. What else we got
Best
for the
words.
and now Justin's the only one to hear.
But that's pretty much it for the Grammys.
What?
Yeah,
he took away his right to vote.
There's nothing else to talk about the Grammys. So we'll see what happens next year.
I'll vote for all of you.
Shout out reparations.
Yeah, maybe you think Lupe will win this next one?
Lupe, I don't think Lupe's gonna win anything.
I haven't heard his new
saying,
album
Lupe
yet.
may
I
be
just
much
heard.
too
I
far
think
gone.
Trevor.
I've started
I'm kind of
listening.
disappointed in the album.
Oh,
I heard he's trying to keep
no.
up with the times.
The first half of it
rapping
was
like
basically
Migos?
him trying to keep up with these new rappers.
That's why with B.O.B.
And then the second half of the album just sounded like lasers. And
Well-
I don't know how much of a
So
disappointment that
it
was.
was mumble rapping and laser sounds.
Believe it or not, the
No,
first
No,
his
lasers
album,
is the album.
Lasers.
Lasers.
Oh,
This kind of sounds like Star Wars.
Lasers was like his
Lupe got
Go leave it
phasers.
standing by.
okay.
It's the sequence of the album, Phasers.
so
Star Trek reference. I'm like,
I'm just curious as to why he chose to do that for this album. I don't know.
It was the theme because I mean he's been talking about doing that kind of theme since before Tetsuo on You.
Okay.
which I like.
That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite
Tetsuo
albums.
on
Right
You.
there,
I
Tetsuo
liked
on
it. Have you heard it, Shayla?
I don't listen to
Oh, yeah, okay.
I haven't
There's a
listened to
Lupe band
since the
and
Kick
Planet
Push.
Shayla.
Since the Kick
That's
Push
understandable
days.
because I mean,
I can't get with him now. He just.
Well,
I feel like he tweeted something derogatory, and I was just like,
Yeah,
That's
he does pop
I'm
off
over
on
here.
Twitter.
I would say Lupe,
your music isn't good enough.
he's
You
done a
tweet
lot
like
to
that.
alienate certain audiences, and this part of his frustrations as an artist, you know, and he kind of does things his way, and that's one thing at least I can appreciate. You know, he doesn't really change for people, but you know, in that rubs people the wrong way. And I'm saying that as an avid Lupe fan. You know, I can't.
So you're
defend-
to Lupe as I am to Beyonce.
Similar, you know, I'm not gonna kill myself, but
Yeah, I like the nigga.
Or
I ain't
anyone
out for the nigga.
All right, but no, and like as an artist, he's gonna make decisions that I'm not always gonna agree with. Like he's put out some stuff I wouldn't bang regularly, but I still
Lupe
respect,
sounds like Trump. Go ahead.
Sounds like the male
Popping off on
debates.
Twitter.
but nah, I guess that's kind of how I am with Kanye. Yeah, I can't. Most of the things he does, I can't stand, but
Can't support it.
Yeah, but his music, I
The things you like, you really like.
Like his fashion line.
nah.
Rags to rags.
But when I was in my J,
You
do
ever
myself.
seen the white T-shirts?
I mean, like,
Oh,
I like
you talking about Kanye? We talking about Lupe.
No,
No, Kanye.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we went to Kanye.
in fact,
Excuse me?
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's in Japan, man. It's anime.
Like bait.
Like a,
But I mean, but honestly, like any artist you love is gonna like them long enough and let them have a long enough career. They're gonna put out something you don't like, or they're gonna do something that you
Except
don't like.
Beyonce.
I feel like that was a line from The Dark Knight.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean that's the realest thing in the world. So Beyonce can do no wrong.
I didn't say she could do no wrong. She has.
Has she
has
done wrong?
yet to put out anything that I've disliked.
It's not that she can't do wrong. She just hasn't done it.
I'm sure she can do wrong. She has yet to do so, though, in my eyes.
Well, everybody's not as blessed as Beyonce.
This is true.
Yeah, I
That is
definitely
facts.
agree with that.
Or Jay-Z.
Hashtag
Or Jay-Z.
facts.
But I
Or
mean,
Jay-Z,
some
that's
people
true.
even say Jay-Z had that one album that they
I mean,
like
yeah,
a Black album or
what's Kingdom Come?
Kingdom
I think
Come.
Wheel of Kingdom would be the
Yeah.
most- the least liked Jay-Z album.
But again, like, and I've always, well, I wouldn't say I was always a Jay-Z fan, but like I caught on to him later and then went back and heard other stuff. So I try to have a healthy appreciation for most relevant artists.
Right.
That's how I was with Nas.
See,
Nas, man.
and see, Nas is somebody who gets slept on, and like nowadays, because like he's not a new rapper, he hasn't put out as much new music. Like it's hard to throw Nas into a conversation because most modern music critics don't really know anything about him because he's an older
Well,
artist.
I'll say this: he was on the everybody for the DJ Khaled Major Key album. He had a song on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was good.
and it kind of was like, oh man, Nas, it does exist. Like,
He loves you.
like he is kind of dope. Yeah,
He said his album was
yeah.
done,
They said
so-
his album is done, so that
We're
maybe
waiting.
that's a good thing for
He has
him.
a song out with Erykah Badu called Bitter Land. I have it on my Spotify. It's actually pretty dope.
Okay, I have to
Bitter
listen.
Land?
Bitter Lands or Bitter Land. One
Sounds very hotel. Okay.
It does have Erykah Badu on this.
It's going to be conspiracies, but I will listen.
But yeah, I have to pick that up. I think from the sound of it, I think next year is gonna be, an okay year. But I mean, it's only fucking February.
Was 2016 a good year
No.
for music? I don't
No.
think
For
so.
music-
I
for
would
music?
have to agree. I would have to
I
say
mean, in life, man, in music.
I mean,
Chance?
Harami got shot. That's what made it go down.
well,
here.
yeah, but
When Harami got shot.
There were bright spots.
There were bright
There were
spots.
bright spots.
Yeah. Drake. Well, I didn't like Drake down for real.
well,
I haven't
Views was
listened
a
to
really
all
good
of
album in my
Well,
opinion.
I haven't listened to all of it.
I think the only
That was
artist
still
that came out in 2016 that I think will, will have sustainability, or that I think I can actually throw my support behind would probably be Chance.
Oh yeah,
No,
he has
21
momentum. He has good momentum.
You're not 21. This is a very woke room.
But you were
Everybody's
21 or
like,
22
we don't
because there's
speak
two
of-
different people. Man. You
speak
got
of
21
sex.
sides, got 22
I
sides.
saw 21 Jump Street.
Is it 22?
Do they have The Rock in it?
The next one will.
I think the Rock and Kevin Hart are going to be like Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor.
Yes.
They're the new Octopus.
Gene Wilder died.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
2016.
It took everybody.
Trying to kill off the Rock.
It took everybody.
Aretha Franklin is
We want
retiring,
to
by the way.
Oh yeah.
She's doing what?
She's retiring.
She's retiring.
Yeah, I thought she was.
From what?
I guess she's making it formal.
She's retiring from being retired.
Guess I'll let the government know I'm retiring now. So
Oh yeah,
so I
for
can
tax
get this
purposes.
check.
This is tax purposes. I got you. I got you.
Collect the Social Security.
Start making pies and cakes.
Do they get stuff like that? Regular folks like us, they get like they get like 401ks
Aretha Pie.
as an artist.
I'm sure she can collect that Social
So
Security.
if you're not gonna buy my
they got a
CDs,
budget.
you're gonna pay my Social Security.
I mean, I think she's old enough to get Medicaid and stuff like that. But I mean,
I'm sure she's
she
rich
gets-
enough not to need Medicaid. Wait, but she's rich enough not to need Medicaid.
do she get it like us though? Maybe like saying just
No, this is what she's gonna do. She's gonna start selling pies like Patty.
she probably already got some out there. She used to
She's
wear.
gonna make compliments.
It's in the convenience store right on the side. Aretha Franklin's.
You didn't hear the new low when you're selling your power on the side of the road.
Right next to the Hush Brothers pieces.
Oh yeah.
Hot dogs, Franklin Franks.
Franklin Franks.
Made a real Franklin.
Yeah. So well, yeah. So yeah, that's the all in all. We'll see what happens this year. 2016 was okay. It was okay. We'll have higher hopes.
I'm
for
just
this
waiting for
year.
Kenny's album.
How many beats is that on 1 to 5?
I give 2016 like four BPMs. So that 2016 is dead. Because you're not allowed to have 4 BPMs.
Wait, what is it?
Okay, so I found you're at fake news. I went on the fake news, popular fake news website, Buzzfeed. Oh Jesus Christ! Okay, all right, here we go. Actually, it would help
If you bought the mic.
That might help.
Good job, Greg.
There it is.
We had this for a long time.
There it is. BuzzFeed.
Arthur Studio.
All right. I found this BuzzFeed quiz called "Do You Know a Little About Everything?" It's a bunch of questions, general questions about a little everything. I'm gonna throw them out there. I'm gonna test your brains.
Are you smarter
Is
than
it
the
multiple
BuzzFeed?
choice?
Let me see. No, it's not. So, okay. Name a Hogwarts house.
Gryffindor.
Right.
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw, because I can spell Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw. Hufflepuff.
Slytherin.
Slytherin. Gryffindor.
That was all.
Claw.
Yeah, that's all of them. Gryffindor.
All right, there it is. I couldn't spell Gryffindor. I didn't know if it was 2 Y's or 2 F's.
You can't spell Slytherin?
2 F's. I spelled Ravenclaw because I know those 2 words individually. I know how compound words work. Name an Australian state.
Sydney. No,
That's a city.
that's a city. They got states in
Melbourne.
Australia.
They got states in
I'm gonna put in Sydney because that's
Melbourne.
I think it's also.
That's a city. I know they're both cities.
They have
nah. Said no.
Winnipeg.
The Winnipeg.
That's Canada.
Hey, can I say this one thing? I'm
What?
gonna sound really stupid on this podcast. So I had no idea. That Australia, Jamaica, and all them were still under British rule.
Wow.
Like their top person is the Queen.
Oh,
I
wow.
had no idea.
Jamaica?
Yeah,
No, Bahamas and Jamaica, and I think both of them.
Canada.
Like if you look in Wikipedia, that their top person
The Queen.
is the Queen.
Huh.
And she actually visits all those countries. She visited the Bahamas.
Queen.
Oh, I'll be damned.
I did not know that. I know that sounds ignorant, but
I knew Australia. I didn't know about but I knew Australia.
I had no idea. I just thought I was wondering why they had that little, British flag
Because that's
symbol in there.
Shout out to the British Empire.
like the British took over Australia.
Yeah.
Aborigines.
Yeah, I had no idea.
They did that
Sorry.
to everybody.
Yeah, that's kind of how it happened.
That's how it happened.
That's how we get Native Americans.
Sydney.
Kangaroo.
We're gonna get the answers afterwards or what?
Let me see. I give up. Let's see. What the fuck? Western Australia.
What the fuck?
South Australia. Queensland. New South Wales. We probably could have guessed that with using the information you just told us. Yeah. Tasmania is a state? Okay. I thought it was just a cartoon character. And Victoria. Okay, so all right, that makes a lot.
Where do you think Tasmanian Devil's from?
Hey, man. Jersey. Him and I don't know. I was gonna say DMX. I don't know where DMX is from.
He gonna give it to you.
Name one of Prince Charles' siblings.
George.
Harry.
Harry? That's right.
I'm gonna go with George.
Let's name some white names.
I think
Harry.
Harry's the son. Harry's the son.
Is
No.
it 2014?
Is Princess Diana's
I
cousin?
was watching The Queen on
Charles
Netflix
is
too.
his wife.
I should know this.
His wife?
Yeah.
It's pretty dope,
Charles
actually.
is-
Yeah.
Shout out to
That's
Netflix.
a dope documentary.
What you put in?
Diana.
No.
No, that's one of the wives.
Oh, that's I'm not a fucking Brit. Charles,
It's the
you can't
Prince's
Google
son.
it. It's cheating.
He's
I'm not
still
gonna
the
say the
prince.
word. I just want to know.
His mama's still alive.
Is it the mom of the
Charles,
queen?
I think
Oh,
Charles
okay.
is another member of the royal family.
Xavier?
Go with Charles.
Yeah, I'm just say Charles. That name is the same.
But I'm willing to
Okay.
do one.
Oh, well, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, Prince. So we probably could have went through like 5 white names.
Oh, I said that.
Yeah.
Nobody heard me say that. But
So, name an Ed Sheeran album.
X.
And Sharon.
X Sharon. X.
What
That's on my
I say?
playlist. X.
X.
The letter X.
Oh,
He's gonna type in EX.
double X.
Who's Ed Sheeran?
And Sharon.
You've heard of him before.
Isn't it Sheridan?
Think it out.
I heard that. Not in that key.
I'm about to say.
I'm gonna just.
We can go back and fix that. We can fix that.
I'm gonna
later.
out there.
But I appreciate your
We tried.
Yeah, X. You got
got
what?
it, D. You got
Multiply and divide and.
Yeah, he's a math major.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, I'm an art major. I should probably just put.
So his next one's gonna be
Something
divide.
crazy.
It's gonna be a divide.
No, he's already used divide.
Yes,
Who used subtraction?
Oh man, he's gonna do exponential. Open parentheses.
Name a noble gas.
Noble gas.
Chlorine.
Hey.
Oh, dang.
Hydrogen.
Hydrogen.
Yeah.
Hydrogen.
Neon, Krypton.
Nope.
Neon.
Kryptonite.
Neon.
Neon. You
Because
know
all the
Neon.
gases on the right side.
Neon. Okay. Oh,
The other one was
helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, and radon.
Told you. I knew it. It was on the same.
No, I got the first one.
He said name one.
We
He
all
didn't say name one first.
Name a country that borders South Africa.
North Africa.
Smart. I'm gonna type that shit in.
That's totally wrong. Madagascar? Is that, no, is that an island?
That's an island.
No, Morocco's up north.
Zambia?
Up north.
Uganda.
No, that's everything I'm thinking about is up here.
Marco.
Tanzania? No, that's.
Is Mozambique on the edge?
Sorry, I'm thinking.
I can say that.
Cape Cod is in.
Zimbabwe.
Huh?
Morocco's up
Morocco
north.
is up north.
Oh.
Is it Mozambique?
Mozambique. I don't know how to spell that. Something I can spell.
I know Kenya's up north.
He said something like
Where's Niger?
It's in the middle.
There we go.
Nobody can say it but Justin.
Yay!
Tanzania.
Nambia?
Oh, let's see. Okay, Botswana, Lesotho, Mozambique.
He said it.
Mozambique.
Yeah.
Slim, man.
It's still Black History Month.
Namibia, Swaziland, and Zimbabwe.
I was gonna say Zimbabwe.
There you go.
I won. I ain't gonna lie.
All right. Name one of the 7 Star Wars saga movies that have been released so far. You don't need to write Star. Oh, this is for me.
Okay.
You don't need to write Star Wars.
That's been released so far. One of them, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, The Last Jedi, Episode 1.
Overachiever.
I'm gonna name all of them, man. The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Bridge of Sith.
I know, right?
We're not getting laid tonight.
And Force Awakens. The new one coming out is called The Last Jedi, and Jedi's plural. Thank you.
Yeah, I just guessed because I just needed one.
That question was really who's not having sex tonight.
That guy.
So, speaking of who's not having sex tonight, name one of the books in George R.R. Martin's A Song of Ice and Fire series. This can include the 2 that are yet to be published.
Ice and Fire. That's not.
I just watched a TV show.
I heard of George R.R.
See, this is where we need Trevor.
Wait, no.
I
That's
don't even know what you're talking about.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yes, Game of Thrones.
Oh, shoot, I read the second one.
Is it Game of Thrones 2?
Game of Thrones season 2.
I had the book and I re-gifted it and gave it to somebody else.
Well, I'm just going to give up on that one. Oh, shit. A Game of Thrones.
I said it. Game of
You
Thrones.
did say that.
Well, listen. Okay. A Game of Thrones, A Clash of Kings, A Storm of Swords, A Feast for Crows, A Dance with Dragons, The Winds of Winter, and A Dream of Spring.
And a dinner for money.
Those are every season of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
They correlate with every season.
Name anyone who served as U.S. president during the 1980s.
Carter.
Some old white guy.
That would be George Washington. Not George Washington. George
1980s.
George H.W. Bush.
How you spell
The entire
Reagan?
80s.
Well, for 4 years.
There you go. All right. Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, and George H.W. Bush.
President Carter. President Carter.
Name one of the original Teletubbies.
Tinky Winky. No, man.
Tinky
I'm not
Winky.
gonna
Who was the one coming up with the scandal?
Stop.
Wait, there was one called a
Yeah, you don't remember that? One,
The gay one?
yeah, the gay one, yeah.
I thought that was Tinky Winky.
Tinky Winky, Dipsy, Lala, and Poe.
Come on, didn't Tinky Winky sound like the gayest one?
Yeah. He was,
Tinky
he was
Winky.
calling, like, the
Their
bathroom
son was a
or something.
baby.
No, the
It
closet.
was a baby. It was
On the
fine.
show?
With
the baby?
With the head on.
What the hell?
Yep.
Stop it.
You talking about that scary ass baby?
Yeah.
That's all. I don't want to wake up and see no baby in the sun.
There were little kids out there thinking the Gerber baby was
No
Jesus.
baby.
I don't want to see no babies in the sun. I want to be regular gas and heat.
They were smoking something amazing.
Hot heat. Name the surname of any of the 3 lead female characters in Friends.
Rachel.
No, sorry, the last name?
What? What was the question?
Name the surname of any of the 3 lead female
Phoebe
characters in Friends.
Buffet.
Who's saying Smelly Cat? It was Rachel.
That's Phoebe Buffet.
Jennifer Aniston.
Her last name was Buffet?
Yeah, because you have Ross Geller and
I remember something. Well, okay, wait. Didn't Rachel and Ross get married?
yes.
So her last name was Geller too, right?
I mean, it was. But that's not it.
Okay, it counts. wait. We
Joey
know Phoebe.
Tribbiani.
It said female.
Wait, female.
Geller.
Geller.
There it is. Green, Geller, and Buffet.
Wait, no, because Ross's sister was a Geller too. So either way, the one he married or the one he was born with.
Right.
Friends was my shit. I'm just
Okay.
Friends
I
was
didn't
my
I believe that.
Last one.
I believe that.
Be this way.
Okay, give the scientific name for any of the 4 leg bones.
Femur?
Femur.
Tibia.
Tibia.
Come on, nurse.
I know, right?
Femur. I'm going to put femur because it sounds like lemur.
I love you, Chase.
Accept that answer.
All right, we got the femur, the patella, the tibia, and the fibula. Oh, yeah, that's all of those sound familiar. I remember learning those for the test.
Just don't break any of them.
Name one of the 3 original. Damn, I read that wrong. Name one of the original 3 Musketeers. I think I really do have dyslexia. I'm just playing. I don't have dyslexia.
Nigga just can't read.
I can't read good. I don't know what their names was.
I'm gonna guess
Jean.
No. Hold on.
Jean-Claude.
Jean-Luc.
John.
There you go.
That's Patrick Stewart.
I wanted it to be right.
Duran.
I was gonna.
Sherman.
Montague.
Montague. How you?
Romeo and Juliet.
This for Romeo. Exactly. The wrong thing.
Barack.
Thomas and Monty.
Baroque.
Nathaniel.
I don't know. They were French.
Porthos,
I don't know any
yeah.
French names.
Jean-Francois.
He just said.
Y'all cheat.
What'd you say?
Put your phones up.
I'm doing this all night.
Not
The
even in
extra
this
cheat.
podcast.
I didn't know.
He extra cheap.
I mean, that's
Okay.
I don't know. I give up.
What they got?
Okay, Athos, Porthos, and the nah.
And the Bendigo.
But in case you were wondering, the Artagonan is not one of the original three. So if you were thinking the Artagonan,
You know what? That's the one I was going to get. I was going to say.
I think someone there.
I've seen the movie. I
thought he was about to say antagonist.
all right. Here's the name one of the three basic rock types.
Sedentary.
Sedimentary.
Granted.
I'm about to say.
I'm already typing sediment.
Sedimentary.
I thought it was sediment.
Sedimentary.
Isn't it sedimentary and cement?
No,
I know it's sediment.
There it is.
Correct.
You got igneous, sedimentary, and metamorphic.
I hate science.
I don't know.
I feel so ignorant.
Name a football team who has. This is from Buzzfeed UK. Name a football team who has won the Premier League who does not play in red.
Everybody get Donald?
Basel 14.
It's not playing red.
Chelsea?
Wait,
Oh.
what's that, football or football?
Soccer.
Football.
Oh, Chelsea. There it is. You got Blackburn, Manchester City, Chelsea, and Leicester
Hey,
City.
the U.S. team is playing if you want to go see them. Since Donald's the only one that does anything fun.
What?
No, you just flake.
I mean, I told him to shoot at you today. We have plans to go.
Hey.
Do we have anybody who knows any Shakespeare?
Yeah.
Wherefore art
Name the title of a Shakespearean tragedy that consists of just 2 words.
Macbeth.
A sonnet.
Nigga, that's 2 syllables.
Wait.
Macbeth, man.
Damn. I was about to say, I was going to try to make
Midsummer Night Dream.
Romeo and count Romeo and Juliet. Type Romeo.
Romeo ampersand Juliet.
Oh, wait.
What's up?
The Tempest.
Romeo.
Cheat,
Tempest.
Wait, did
man.
you look
Put
it
your
up?
phone
The
up.
Tempest is one though.
I mean, of course.
He cheating though.
He did cheat, but
Exactly.
the Tempest is
Cheat.
one.
I thought it was just
Can't be
We
trusted.
said
it was
with
just
2 words.
Tempest, so I had
A
to look.
Midsummer's
Can't be
Night
trusted.
Dream. That's
Come on,
it.
white man.
You ain't gotta look. He looking it up. You all you gotta do is wait.
Wait, I mean, wait. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Damn.
No.
Midsummer Night. That's at least 4.
At least 4.
At least.
Did Shakespeare do Oedipus Rex?
No.
Or was this some motherfucking dude?
What?
Oedipus Rex.
Oedipus Rex, what the fuck is that from?
The Odyssey? Those
Yeah,
are
is
the
that the
epics from
Odyssey?
Homer.
The Iliad.
Oh,
The Iliad.
Iliad and
No.
Odyssey, yeah.
No, Oedipus Rex. Maybe I don't know. I just know.
Do we got an answer in there?
Oh,
It might be the Iliad.
The Tempest.
I don't
Shit,
know.
I should have thought
Let's
of
go.
that.
King Lear, Titus, Andronicus, and Julius Caesar.
Wow.
I
I guess the didn't count as a word.
Yeah, maybe the
Darn.
article.
But yeah, Oedipus Rex was about
The one that was like
Yeah, that is-
obsessed with his
that is-
mom.
You guys haven't watched
Yeah,
any
yeah.
Shakespeare
Somebody
or
went to the
witnessed it.
Oracle.
It's really good.
Yeah.
and they told him that you were going to kill your father and have sex with your mother.
Yeah.
The meter
Yeah.
of it is really good.
So I think he tried to stop it, but
So
what he
it's-
did
Still ended up-
was end up doing it,
So
and
it's
then
kinda
he
like the
gouged his eyes
Johnsons,
out.
but not as
He's
much.
like,
So it's kind of like something strange about the Johnsons.
I remember Theater Appreciation.
Just a little bit, but only.
It's about Nicolas Cage movie.
You don't have to about locked doors.
Okay,
Face Off.
Nicolas Cage.
name a Bond film title that is 5 words long.
What was the question?
See, that's what happens when you talk
Yeah,
over
exactly.
it.
Man, come on, man, it's a podcast.
Name a Bond film title that is 5 words long.
Son, I never die. Die another day.
To live and die in L.A.
That's
Don't
Live or Let Die.
Don't remember.
Wait, to live or let, yeah, To Live or Let Die.
To live and let die. I was a band.
Is it To Live and Let Die or is Live and Let Die? I'm gonna type it.
And
Pussy galore.
Skyfall.
I started typing pussy.
Did your auto quit? Did your auto feel kick in?
No, I just started typing it.
Skyfall was shit though.
I like the song Adele did.
Nope.
To live and die in LA.
No, it's not it. That's a song. Isn't it a song?
Before Daniel Craig, I didn't watch really any Bond movies.
Well, let's see
Daniel
here.
Craig,
I give up on Her Majesty's Secret Service.
That is.
That's this porn.
That's an
Yeah.
old. That's an
That's
old.
That's an old one. That's old.
Hey.
That's how to be back with Sean
A
Connery.
View to Kill. The World Is Not Enough.
The door is not enough. Huh?
And The Spy Who Loved Me.
The spot was Shaq, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Name a Beatles single that went to number 1 in the UK and USA that begins with an H. Is it Hey Jude? Hey June?
Hey Jude.
That begins with an H.
The letter H.
Oh, Hey Jude. Yeah, that was a good one.
There it is. Oh, Help. Hello, Goodbye, and Hey Jude.
Shout out to Beatles out there.
Well, it's not for them to narrow it down for us.
That's a good question.
Name a U.S. state that ends in a T.
Vermont.
Massachusetts.
Vermont.
Vermont, yeah.
Massachusetts. Let me not enunciate that.
Well, that's it. You got Vermont and Connecticut.
Cheese.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're talking about him saying Massachusetts.
I was like, wait a minute.
Only one of them. Not both of them. Just one. Massachusetts. Let's have
Tax
to
myself.
Name anyone who served as the British Prime Minister during the 70s.
How long was Tony Blair now?
Oh,
wait.
Tony Blair. I'm going to type in Black Tony Blair. I don't think Tony Blair was alive in the 70s. He might have been. I don't know how old that man is. No,
Who's the
wasn't Tony
guy?
Blair.
Damn.
King Henry VIII.
Prince Charles.
I don't know. Oh, Margaret Thatcher.
I did a paper on her.
You know what? I didn't know what she was. I just knew her name.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
I've learned so much today.
Oh, she was a woman.
Name an NFL team who has won the Super Bowl 5 times or more.
Patriots.
Steelers.
Shade.
Packers.
Packers. Chiefs.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs, really?
Don't put that. Put
Have
the Patriots.
the Cowboys.
I thought.
No.
It depends on this.
No.
Oh, okay.
we got 5 times.
We got the
Shout out
Patriots, the Steelers, Cowboys,
Yeah,
and
Cowboys.
49ers.
49ers. That makes sense. Yeah.
What, wasn't it always the Chiefs and the Packers that played each other? And the Packers always won.
Yeah,
The Bills used to get there
Yeah,
and lose.
yeah, Bills used to always.
We know Atlanta's lost twice.
Oh.
It's a really dirty bird.
Name one of the 7 deadly sins that is 4 letters long.
Lust.
Yep.
F.
You're too quick on that, man.
I was way too quick on that.
Is that how you spell it?
Yeah.
We're not talking.
L-U-S-T.
I was trying to think of.
Yeah, lust and envy.
Come on. King.
Lust. He's like,
King.
I wouldn't be lust. It was already
You
there.
said name.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I went to Full Metal Alchemist.
I was about to say glutton.
Glutton.
I know, right? That's worse than Massachusetts.
GLUT apostrophe N.
You fucking glutton.
Okay, name an Ivy League university.
Yeah.
Dartmouth.
Harvard.
Yale was shorter.
Stillman College.
Brown.
Yale was still shorter.
Brown University, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, University of Pennsylvania. Really? Pennsylvania? Princeton and Yale. Yeah. I thought Harvard said Howard.
Harvard. No.
Why you say it like that?
I'm gonna say you gonna change my entire history.
No.
All thing I learned from my friend, you gonna change it?
Howard University.
Howard University.
That's what it
Washington. Nope.
Name a movie starring Tom Hanks that begins with an A.
Shit.
Atlas Cloud. Cloud Atlas. Never mind.
Dyslexia is real, bro. Dyslexia is real.
Oh man.
A Toy Story. A Toy Story.
Hold on.
Is it a Toy Story?
Adam's
Toy Story.
Starring Tom Hanks.
Toy Story.
Was he in Ants?
Nope.
Seen Apollo
I thought it was a
13?
Toy Story.
Oh.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
I think he was.
It was. What movie?
Apollo 13.
Apollo 13, yeah.
Was he?
I thought it was.
Yeah.
He
was in it.
George.
Some other white guy.
I thought it was Bruce Willis.
No, that's Armageddon.
That's Armageddon. Yeah,
Armageddon.
that's
Oh
Armageddon.
yeah, Armageddon.
Apollo 13.
Apollo
Yeah, the
13.
film.
He might be in Apollo 13.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have you
Is
looked
it
it up
Apollo?
yet?
I want to say Apollo 13 in like 8th grade.
Apollo 13.
What else?
A League of Their Own.
A League of Their Own.
Angels and Demons.
Angels.
A Hologram for the King.
I don't think it
What is that?
It must have been one of his on stage deep
That
cuts.
must be the ending.
Straight to
That
DVD.
was his indie release. Went straight to Sundance.
Straight to garbage.
What time makes it?
$2 bid at Walmart.
Straight to the cycle bin.
Name a country that begins and ends with the same letter,
America.
where that letter is not A.
Ooh.
Antarctica.
That's A.
It's not A.
Name a country that begins and ends with the same letter. That's not A.
A country?
Country.
Oh shit! Antarctica is a continent.
I mean, it's a country too. It's a country too.
Australia.
This is
God damn it!
I kind of want to think about that.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
think about it.
Ontario.
It's a city in Canada.
No, that's City of Canada.
I like what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Let's see about this.
Let's go by continents.
Winnipeg. I just want to say it
Winnipeg.
I just want to say it again.
Gonna ship you to Winnipeg. USPS.
I really
You're not gonna be priority.
Is,
Denmark? No. New Zealand? No. I kind of feel like it's going to be like a two-word something, like a new something.
I'm not
Trinidad and Tobago.
I didn't say anything.
No. That's not it. There's two T's.
Oh, man, Argentina, I wanted to use it.
Hey, see?
I know. This is hard.
I'm trying to think of the Olympic team.
Really hard.
Yeah.
Doing a lot of thinking.
Can't do Djibouti.
Boy.
I just want to say Djibouti.
Not without a few drinks.
Baby. We see or sauce.
What continent do you think it's in? I bet it's
Probably
Africa.
Africa.
I'm thinking Asia.
Asia?
I don't know any. And all I got is what? China,
North?
Japan,
Japan,
Thailand.
Thailand, Tokyo,
Indonesia.
Tokyo countries.
Cambodia?
I guess it's probably in Europe, probably around Russia.
Probably, that's what I'm
I can't pronounce them. Russian.
Kazakhstan?
Plus sign. We don't know.
What's up? That's okay. Here we go. I give up.
St. Chile's.
Czech Republic,
Wow.
Solomon Islands.
Central African Republic.
I knew it was going to have multiple letters. Multiple words.
Say Chiles. I don't know what country it's
St.
from.
Chile's is
Saint Vincent and the Grenadines.
What the fuck?
That sounds like an album.
It sounds kind of dope.
Grenadines.
Solomon Islands and Saint Kitts and Nevis.
Those are all
Never
cheap.
just any of those.
I want to look up Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. I want to know where this place
When
is.
they dropping a new single?
That's why they gotta.
Saint Vincent.
I'd laugh if you go to Wikipedia and the first link is, "Do you mean the artist?"
Let's have a look.
I couldn't figure. You think
The government of Saint Vincent and the Grenadines. Okay. All right. Let's click on the map. It's in the Caribbean.
I want no small islands.
How much?
Yeah.
How much is weed there?
Let's give you Saint Lucia. Okay, it's close to Barbados. I'll be damned. It's one of the big islands. Yeah, it's right by Barbados.
Is Rihanna from there?
Probably. Hey, it's close to Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad James from there?
Nah.
About him.
Yeah, the world did.
easy to do.
Okay, this might be a stupid question.
That was harsh.
Where is Trinidad?
Took
Where is
the
Trinidad
donuts
James
in.
Atlanta, I think?
Okay.
Yeah.
So his roots are Trinidadian.
Ooh, yeah, I think he
Trinidadian.
has
I
some
think
roots.
so. He probably
His
is.
roots are Trinidadian.
Hey, we got 15 out of 25 right.
Oh, shit. Our roots better than the Buzzfeed.
We're, I don't know, middle of the class.
We're making a C
We
right.
would have passed the
No,
curve.
that's like a
It's a D.
yeah.
See, we know a little about some things, not
We know something.
Not everything.
Not a little bit about everything.
The D's do not get
We're a
degrees.
pretty cultured group, I think.
Except
Except
outside the
when,
United States.
outside the United States, we
Right.
bombed on all
Geography
that.
was awful.
We are
Terrible.
Americans.
Yeah.
Except Rock. Rock is an illegal alien. I'm just playing. Don't kill him.
Don't get
Don't
mad.
deport me.
They might deport him.
They are going to
What's your name?
They might deport him.
We're gonna show up at his house when he gets up.
We are recording live from Mountain Brook. Recording
They
live from
might
Mountain
deport
Brook.
Rock for stealing everybody's Netflix password,
Hey,
man.
man. I'm moving up. I'm getting it soon, man.
He got
You
you're
get it
not.
soon. You stop
No, you're
watching
not.
Netflix.
He done moved up to Amazon
I'm not
Prime.
gonna get
Netflix,
Netflix, but
right?
come May, I'm gonna pay for HBO
Oh, my
Oh.
God.
because
what's
of
that?
Game of Thrones.
Oh, so I'm basically
Hell
going
yeah.
your way then.
Hey, just come over here and watch it.
I'm gonna come over here and watch it.
Oh, you right. You got right on the
You gotta have everybody
Yeah,
can
really.
see
Yeah, right
it.
back out in the world.
I got free Comcast, man.
See,
Nah,
Justin, that's my
you
Justin.
See, I knew he was gonna get reparations one day.
You get Game of Thrones for free, sir. Sorry.
Well, I think those questions were pretty nifty. Neat.
Nifty.
It just lets
Yeah.
you know how much I don't
There's a
know.
lot of brain.
I don't know a lot of shit, but it's cool. That's
This is
cool.
nice.
That's why we do these BuzzFeed questionnaires,
Shout out to
so we
BuzzFeed.
learn a little something about yourselves.
Oh,
And
pull
the
those
water
off.
rain.
I think it's good enough. I think we're done there.
Good enough.
I know you gonna dig this.
Okay, Booze and Brews, brought to you by no one in particular because they're not paying us. We don't have any sponsorship.
We ain't
But-
sponsored
We're
yet.
taking applications. We're taking applications.
This week we got a mix of 12, I believe, 12 different types of craft beers from a store that will not be named because we don't have any sponsorships yet. The way this works is we're going to sample all of the brews and rate them simply by saying if we like them or not. We're not going to get into the nuances and everything because if you don't just like it, you're not going to buy it.
Has a rich body.
Yeah.
Does it do a scale?
It has legs.
Yeah. No scale.
No scale.
No,
Yeah or nay?
yeah or nay.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
All right, it is.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, like I said, if you don't like it, you just not.
So listen out for the names if you happen to catch these at your local brew store.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to write these down and put them out at some point. The first one is Florida Cracker. It is a Belgian style white ale made by Cigar City Brewing, which I imagine is from Florida. It's Florida Cracker. It is 5.5% alcohol. So it should be. Or how much is Bud Light?
Like 4.5.
Okay, that's not too bad.
You gonna drink us some Jeb Bush?
That's some shit, Bush.
Tastes like Bush.
So are we supposed to wait till you say, now eat, and then
This ain't church.
then drink?
Eat this.
Body.
This is the body of me.
Something.
I don't know. What you think about
Which way you want to go?
It's not bad. It's not memorable. Like I wouldn't go to a bar and order it.
Yeah.
it?
I say yeah. It's kind of citrusy to it. It has citrus feel to it. So.
It's a
white
summer
ale,
drink.
right?
It seems like a summer drink.
Yeah.
It's a white ale.
White
Yeah.
ale.
Let's see. It's a white ale. It's white ale brewed with Curacao.
Curacao?
Yeah. Peel and coriander.
Oh, this is orange.
Yeah. That's all it is. Oh, it's not bad. I'll buy it.
You know what? I'd bring that to a barbecue. I'd bring it to the cookout.
Yeah, man. I like that.
I don't know. What's
It has a nice aftertaste.
the next one we got going around is it Chimay?
Sure.
Chimay. What is it? What alcohol percentage is it?
7%.
7. Okay. So this is gonna have a little kick.
It's an ale.
No. So I'm gonna go ahead and try this so we can keep this going.
That man said 7%, man. You better be,
Hey,
be
man.
more careful. Bill.
I didn't
Some
pour it
respect
right.
on their name.
I didn't pour it right. got too much fizz.
That's called head in the business.
Yeah, in the business.
That's not bad either.
Chimay. What we say? This is. I don't know because I can't read German.
7%.
I can't read German.
This is 7%.
You know, I'd probably go for this more so than the other one, only because like it tastes about as good and it has more alcohol. So if you're drinking to get drunk, then
Right.
Oh yeah.
Brewed at Scormont Abbey and bottled in Belgium. There's some words before Belgium.
We can't read German.
Let me see.
So, Mike, you can read German?
Actually, I can't.
Go for it, man.
You fancy, huh?
Fancy.
Nazi.
You Nazi, huh?
What did it say, Mike?
Let me find it. Fuck.
It's all German.
Let me find out. Sauerkraut, Abbey, bottom.
Sauerkraut. Is that really there?
Well, okay.
Close to it.
Sauerkraut, all right.
Brewed at Scarmont.
Where's that? Is it next to Vermont?
Nah, that wasn't the word I was talking about. It was the second line. Right
You know
before
all the
Belgium.
V's and X's
And
and
bottled
Q's.
by
X's and keys.
Wertheimer.
Bières de Chimay. Bières de Chimay, Belgium.
Okay.
All right.
True.
You can find it on the map.
Just
I'll
hooked
give you
on
your
phonics,
props.
man. That ain't. That's all you did.
He sounded it out.
Who cared on Pahonics?
All right, I think this next one's going to be a Thanksgiving brew.
Yeah. Let's
Good
see.
old banana bread.
What we drinking on, Greg?
Let's see. We got
Bananas.
banana
rest in
bread
peace.
beer. It is 5.2. It is brewed with bananas. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
You gotta be bananas. You think I drink that shit again?
Yeah, this comes from the UK.
By way of the UK.
But it comes from the UK. It comes from College Station, Texas. By way of the UK.
Okay, so it's probably bottled in Texas. Yeah.
I don't like fruit on me or in beer.
I say yay. I say yay.
Nay.
Hey, we haven't that's the first bad one for you.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
Mr. 99 bananas.
Hold on.
It ain't got enough bananas in it.
Banana flavored schnapps. That's different, man. It's like I know I'm getting messed up with that. This is something.
This is something you can. When you drink it, bring Thanksgiving.
I've had
You
this
bring this
before.
Thanksgiving.
Who Thanksgiving?
Somebody Thanksgiving. I
I
don't
don't know
know.
who else you going to with this.
This next one's going to
I would drink it. I would drink
If you go to
it. I would
Thanksgiving, you
this
better bring some Bud, some Miller,
Basic.
some Basic. You don't go to
I'm going with my refined taste and taking this banana ass beer
in the country.
Yeah,
Nobody
the country.
refined in the country.
What's this we're sampling now, Jimmy? What's the name of that?
This is Coffee Oatmeal Stout, Thomas Creek.
It's Thomas Creek Coffee Mill
Sink
Style.
the status quo.
Oh shit!
What's the alcohol?
Let's see here. And make it 8%.
Oh shit!
All right.
I see the
This
I
shit-
see the
I've
oatmeal
had
floating in
this
this
before.
bitch.
This is so good.
John Jay
Oh
got
my
the
God,
old
this is
face.
good.
What's up with the
Oh,
old
man,
face,
this is,
brother?
this is really tasty.
This is excellent, man.
I think we had this one before.
Probably had something like it.
Yeah, probably.
I think this might have been at Oktoberfest or something like it.
You don't like it?
Yeah,
I like it. I say yeah.
She's a monkey nut.
Just because ain't no quiz.
These ain't no bitch.
Just ain't no.
He was willing to bump for you, though. I give him that. He was willing to bump for you. All right, we've had breakfast, man. We've had like some banana bread and
Okay.
oatmeal.
This next one I got going around. I'm gonna read this off before I send it around. Is Beelzebub. It is 8.5.
It's the devil.
It is a beer blonde, and this looks like French.
A blonde. It's gonna be light.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm sending this around.
All right,
Not
now.
too bad.
All right.
The bottle is sinister, but I can't-
Okay.
The beer's not.
She said we pass on the devil.
Nobody else like
it has
that.
a little red hot on the cover if you're looking for it in the store.
I think me and
little,
Jimmy
little
don't
baby
like
devil.
oatmeal.
It's not too bad.
That's great.
It's a blonde.
You got a personal favorite so far?
I like oatmeal so far.
I was partial to banana bread.
Banana
I mean,
bread.
probably for just one beer though.
Oh yeah, I couldn't get lit off of it. I couldn't get lit off.
No, you got to shed the shits for days. The what? The shits.
And, just so we're ahead of the curve, is that solid 8.5.
All right, there it is.
Oh, this is okay. This next one I'm pouring up here. This is pretty. Look at that shit. This is Not Your Mom's Strawberry Rhubarb. It is 5.9. It's a brewed with Madagascar vanilla.
Madagascar. That's where the lemurs at. You ever see that movie?
That look like Kool-Aid.
I've seen the penguins.
Yeah, they got the penguins. Yeah.
I've seen the TV show.
Oh wow, y'all gonna like this shit.
It's from the Not Your Father's brand.
It look like
Cameron's rhubarb 5.9.
Like Cameron in the early 2000s.
I know, right?
Oh, boy. Everything.
Beelzebub is no go for me.
Yeah, I don't like the Beelzebub.
It's a blonde. It's got that kick of sweetness at the end.
I didn't ask for
This shit smell like medicine, goddamn.
The rhubarb.
Hey, Robitussin.
It smells sweet.
I want to enjoy this a little bit more. We gotta drink this up again.
You ain't got to drink it.
The rhubarb one, it kind of tastes like a wine cooler.
Okay, if you told me this was medicine now.
You see?
Okay.
They got that medicine.
Kids.
Pill.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that cheap CVS brand Robitussin.
Say it. That's the best one.
Yes.
The rhubarb bitch ass.
No.
Okay.
I mean, it tastes like juice to me.
I can see why you say that.
It tastes like it do taste like medicine.
Wait till the
It tastes like
aftertaste
juice.
hit you. You was sick.
Okay.
You was sick no more.
Clean your sinuses.
And for visuals, it's a lady on the front of this eating a cherry pie. It looks
It's
like
Rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb.
Strawberry rhubarb pie.
That crust look flaky.
Right. That's actually pretty good.
That's the best one, man.
Yeah.
If
This next one we got going around.
that's something for some hot summer day.
That's a summer drink as well. That's a summer drink as well.
I couldn't drink more than like 3 of them. My stomach started.
Right, that was the smartest thing.
Oh, we got the Mardi Gras bottle going around.
Too sweet.
Sweet wine, sweet beer, sweet alcohols for the summertime.
Yeah. And I think did I get that cranberry shanty?
Got the Mardi Gras box with the 6.5 alcohol.
Who's that made by? Abita?
Yep.
Okay. It looks like an Abita bottle.
Smells good.
Let's see.
Guys, we're getting lit for you, okay? We're doing this for you.
Okay, 'cause this is
So the Mardi Gras is in a purple and green bottle. I like the yellow, right?
Yeah.
Looks very festive.
It's actually a brown bottle with a purple green label, but
that tastes like Mardi Gras.
Always got to be that guy.
Yeah.
he's
That Mardi Gras.
guy.
It tastes like Mardi Gras. I don't know if
I said a man.
Wait, the good part
on the news.
the good part of Mardi Gras or the bad part of Mardi Gras?
I don't know if you want to taste any Mardi
The
Gras.
day after Mardi Gras?
We got the classic Guinness going around here. Just as this is something everyone knows or has heard of.
Is that the Guinness Black?
No, that's just I think regular old Guinness.
Regular old Guinness droughts.
if you didn't have the shit before, you will now.
Oh man, I love Guinness.
I'm going to be so clean tomorrow.
What's
Told
the,
you. I told
She
you.
thinks she likes it. I would have thought different.
That is exactly what she said.
Literally.
That is literally what she said.
Get out!
Get in.
Didn't have my coffee today.
Yeah.
Guess I have it now.
You don't like it too dark.
Man, it's about Guinness.
If you never had it, go to the store and get a Guinness. It won't be hard to find.
Let's see. Let's have a little cloud. Let's have a cloudlet cleanser. The fuck is a cloudlet cleanser?
Let's get this palate clean.
I think the brown in the head.
I don't want no grapefruit.
That wasn't that bad.
He said,
Good old Guinness.
I don't want the grapefruit.
I don't know grapefruit. Let's do. Let's try some of this.
We want grapefruit.
Oh, man, grapefruit beer tastes like vomit.
I mean, we try, man.
Let's see. We
Make a
got
beer out of
this
anything.
Raz R-A-Z raspberry ale zinger. It is 4.8. 4.8. So it's light.
Who's it made by?
Raz. Or I don't know.
Razzmatazz.
Raz.
A little razzle dazzle.
You allergic, is it?
If you're in the Southeast, you're most likely to find a lot of these labels. I'm not sure if these are locally brewed, but
Are any of these ones we've been drinking locally?
This is Massachusetts and Vermont.
that's usually
Oh, that's
okay. So
Vermont.
Yeah,
yeah.
Vermont's local too. You know,
Yeah,
it's
that's
down
local.
the state.
There's a good chance if you want to find these brews, you can go out and find it.
USA.
What's that alcohol content?
4.5.
Well, considering the fact that y'all bought these locally, I'm pretty sure you can find them locally.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got listeners in Australia, we got listeners in Russia. What up, Vladimir?
Shout out to the Russians. We always look for sponsorships.
Tell Sessions I say what
I
up.
don't want that money.
Bullshit. I'm not part of the administration. I forgot that you do work for the.
Nah, who?
No, hablo inglés.
No, yeah, that's even worse.
Oh,
That's some
miss.
Let's see. We got Sam Adams coming up. A cherry
rhubarb
wheat.
is winning right now.
It is 5.3.
You like the sweet shit, nigga.
I was pretty good.
Why you looking like that?
If this wasn't being recorded.
Guys, I want you to know our conversations are about to get a lot better.
The more beers.
We're about to have a lot more cherry wheat. All right, cool. All right, I can ride with it.
I'm not a fan of Sam Adams.
We got the last two.
You like that?
We got the last two here. This
Man, this cherry wheat smells delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
What's the content in that? Alcohol content.
5.3.
5.3.
Let's see. We got. You can speak French.
Yeah, it smells like cherry coke.
Is it Twi?
Try pistols.
Twi.
Three pistols.
You know what that's why?
That's
Isn't there a rapper called Two Pistols?
3 straps.
Maybe.
That's good.
It's a Belgian style dark ale. It is 9%.
I was not a fan of the cherry.
Ain't Two Pistols dead or is that static made?
It is smell good. It
It's
smells
Sam
delicious.
Adams. That's why. I'm just being
That
biased.
is also true.
Yeah,
smell
I'm not
will
a
get
fan
you.
of
Actually, not that bad.
Wait, are we recording? It's just like pussy.
Okay,
That
it's the
cherry
opposite.
wheat
It's the
tastes
aftertaste.
like,
They're horrible, but taste
like
great.
cherry coke.
It's the aftertaste.
Yeah, I get that.
I
Yeah.
don't like cherry coke.
That's all like cherry coke.
By the
It's
way,
supposed to taste like Sprite remix.
we're passing out samples to our studio audience, so if you want to come and join our studio audience, send us an email.
3 samples.
We get fucked up. Not all day. At Fresh Beets Podcast.
It's the same way I've been in as the.
Since 1:30 p.m.
Shout out to studio audience.
You taste the metal in it?
Okay.
I mean, it's not. I think this is the highest alcohol content we've had tonight.
What's the
Oh shit.
9.
9.
That's the 9.
But it tastes metallic. It does like metal.
I remember the time we had that beer. I was 14.
Goddamn.
Well, there's some foil.
I will say it does taste very metallic.
Yeah.
As if someone blended aluminum foil and water.
They might have fermented aluminum foil in water. You can't ferment foil in water. The last one
Close
we
second
got.
behind the rhubarb.
You like that?
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
What?
Now we might have to go to the store.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna say all of these so far have been a yay for me. I would drink these.
I haven't had a nay yet.
You sound like
You are
like an alky.
call it alcohol.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'll get shit faced with all
High
of them.
rock.
I'm just saying somebody having passed me one of these that we have drunk. I was like,
Give him the Sam Adams drink.
The drunker I get, the better alcohol taste.
The test isn't if somebody passes you one where you drink it. The test is when you go out and buy one.
I would. I bought 6 of these. So yes, I would. But all the ones that we had, I would go
Regularly and not because we had a purpose.
Yeah, I would.
The last one we got is
you don't have taste
called
buds, sir.
is called Traveler. From Traveler. Grapefruit Shandy. It is 4.4% alcohol by volume. So I'm gonna send that around.
And if any of these brewers are listening to us, feel free to send us free alcohol. We will plug you out. We get all types of shout outs.
Send your free beer to We Like Free Shit at all the time. .freshbeets.
.edu.
Not helping nigga out. Not helping nigga out.
Hey man, shout out to all the brewers. We all look for sponsorships.
Man, all the brewers.
Send us a box. We'll rep that ish.
Be on the
It's
lookout.
not bad.
I have a friend that works at
It smells like candy,
for a brew
like
company.
bubble gum.
This
You get it for the
does.
low.
I like that.
It smells like bubble gum, but it's gonna taste like grapefruit. I'm not into that.
Our Beat Brew section.
That's good.
Tell me this don't
Beef
taste
brew.
like
Beef
arcade candy.
Arcade candy.
I can't tell you that.
Arcade candy.
When the candy get out of the bubblegum machine at the arcade.
Like, this
What
tastes.
kind of candy are you getting?
You know what I'm saying?
Is that can that's been sitting in that machine?
It's 3 tickets at Chuck E. Cheese.
Top 3.
This is top 3.
Top 3.
Okay.
All of yours are the fruity ones.
Yeah, they're good though.
Yeah, I'll just say the other one tastes like aluminum foil.
But it didn't. But it didn't.
All right, so let's wrap this up. All right.
Wrap it up, B.
We'll signify. That's a yay or a nay from the body. Florida Cracker, yay or nay?
Yay from Rock.
Yay. All right. We like foil crackers.
Saltines, bitch.
3 Pistols, yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh shit, that's mixed reviews. Some of us like 3 Pistols, some of us like 2 Pistols.
That would be a 50 on Metacritic.
That's the Lupe fiasco of beers.
Fiasco of beers, 3 Pistols. Sam Adams, Cherry, we yay or nay?
I wish I had 2 more thumbs. Got giving 4 thumbs down. I'm just not a Sam Adams fan.
Yeah, that's the one I wouldn't do.
Raz UFO, Raspberry.
Yay.
I like this shit, so it's gonna be yay.
Because you decided vote.
I'm not gonna count Guinness because it's just
It's a default.
All Guinness matters.
it's regular ass. No, not that one. Mardi Gras Bach.
I wouldn't go and get the Mardi Gras.
No, I'm hearing a lot of no's and nays.
I drink it if it was free.
Yes.
All right, strawberry rhubarb.
Yes.
Yay.
All right,
Not your mom.
we got 2 claps.
We got a clap out of that.
I was gonna say I can't say none of mom.
Don't put that bottle down.
We got 2 claps and a re-up. Okay.
Oh.
Beelzebub.
I'll give it to it.
That's more of an
That's a 1.5 out of however many are here.
All right, last 2 we got coffee oatmeal stout.
Yay.
That was dope. I give it to him.
All right, and banana bread.
Yay.
Oh shit, not chimay. I forgot about chimay. Chimay, yay or nay?
Yay for Chappelle.
Okay.
Shout out for the Germans.
So, forgot about the grapefruit.
Oh yeah,
Yay.
Yeah, on the grapefruit.
Nah.
Okay. So overall,
Oatmeal.
okay.
Yeah.
I think we're all successfly
lubricated.
if that's what you want to call it. If there's to our listeners, if there's any beers that you think we should try or any liquors that you think we should try, feel free to post.
Oh, are we gonna do this with liquor?
Like one at a time.
We'll do one bottle.
We'll take a shot before you segment.
Right.
Feel free to post on our
We'll do politics last.
And we might try. You never know. Your brew might end up in our next Booze and Brews segment.
If you got any Beats brews, send it to us.
If you got any free if you're gonna send us free shit, fuck it, we'll drink it.
I'll take most free things.
Most free things.
No thanks, please.
I think that's it for Beats and Brews.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Okay, so Dave Chappelle is coming to Netflix. I got some of the deets from an article on hotnewhiphop.com and put them in bullet point form. There are going to be 3 specials, 2 of which will release on the 21st of this month. One is titled The Age of Spin, and it was filmed in March 2016, so a year ago. The second is titled Deep in the Heart of Texas, and it was filmed in April of 2015, which is odd. That's damn near 2 years ago. The deal is worth $60 million, $10 million more if that he would have gotten it if he stayed at Comedy Central, if memory serves me right. And his last special was 2004's For What It's Worth, and I think that was the one where we had the baby and the stripper's ass.
I think that was an HBO special. Wasn't that HBO special?
All stuff before I think it was
HBO. Yeah.
No, For What It's Worth was one when he was talking about his kid at the end. The
With
one
the
with the
baby?
baby was the
Yeah,
one we had the
yeah.
denim on.
Yeah,
That was
that's
the same baby though, because at the end I think
No,
we did the show.
his child.
The macaroni necklace joke.
Yes.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
talking about his kid.
Yeah.
You came from my balls, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Talking about walking the beach looking for ball suckers.
Yeah.
I wonder if you ever found him. Somebody did.
He probably did. Probably found an African.
Fact check that.
False.
Don't want to give out no fake news. Wait,
I'm excited.
Are we recording?
I'm excited.
Yes, we are recording.
Okay, cool.
I'm excited too.
I'm stupid excited because first of all, Netflix has been doing amazing things with stand-up comedy. They put in everybody. Mike Birbiglia actually had a stand-up. Yeah, exactly. But I haven't seen it yet. But Netflix is doing some big things with their whole setup with that, and I'm just excited to see Chappelle again.
Yeah, Netflix is kind of taking over HBO in terms of like the go-to place for comedy.
Oh, most definitely.
They're gonna be go-to place.
And like I ain't like I've missed Dave Chappelle. Like he's been gone way too long. Like he went crazy and went to Africa and hadn't been the same. She hadn't been the same since. So I'm wanting to see what he comes for us.
Yeah. Big swole ass motherfucker.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you.
He been doing lifting weights and writing jokes.
I swear I thought steroids was illegal.
Yeah, not for comedian because I guess he's been writing jokes with fucking weighted pens or something.
He went from half baked to half cocked.
Yeah, but I am excited about Dave. I got to say because he was his comedy Chappelle show along with the Boondocks were really those two things. Those were really influential in my high school career. If I don't know any other way to put it, they kind of woke me up to my blackness.
Yeah,
and just some of the things that he was saying and the way that he did things. They spoke to me. Like this dude gets me. And they're classic. They're classic. You put Chappelle show up there with In Living Color. I think I don't think it's a stretch to say that.
I mean, personally, I put it above that. And that's just how much of an influence Chappelle show and Dave Chappelle had on my life. Because I was looking at Kings of Comedy after I was exposed to Dave Chappelle. I was like, man, they're not really that good. That's just me personally.
He's a different kind.
Exactly, it was a different kind, except for Bernie Mac. Bernie Mac was Bernie Mac was the one. But I just think that Dave Chappelle would just resonate with me more. Yeah.
I'm with you on the resonant thing. As far as influential as In Living Color, not as much. And the reason why I say that is this. Chappelle show is, well, I love it. It's mostly skits about life. Whereas In Living Color was skits about life, but it wasn't just black people. And also it brought more of the culture out with the fly girls, the infomercials, the DJs, all that other shit. Like, Chappelle show, great fucking show. Show we needed for our time. Because we already was exposed to all that stuff that Living Color was exposing the world to. So, I wouldn't say it's as influential as In Living Color, but it's still a pretty good fucking show.
I want to say Chappelle's show pushed the limits.
It did.
At a time where nobody kind of knew. Well, everybody kind of set the boundaries, and Chappelle's show kind of took that step over. Like, fuck your boundaries. I'm finna say this shit on live, on air.
A white family called the niggers.
Right.
NIG.
It's funny because I know you mentioned people on In Living Color not just being black people, but honestly, I felt more connection with people. Like the next day at school, everybody would be,
you see that Chappelle show?
The Chappelle show. You saw
Fuck your couch, nigga. Fuck your couch.
And I went to all white school, and everybody was quoting Chappelle show.
And one thing about Chappelle show, and I think it's one of those few shows that actually gained notoriety after you got canceled. Because there was a large segment of the population that actually watched it when it was on. But like after it's gone off, like it's got, I don't even want to say it's a cult following because cult almost seems like it's too small. People actually started to appreciate Dave Chappelle, and it got too big for him, and that kind of the reason why he had to take a little break that he did, because the pressure of it, that's how this kind of is. We were talking about it earlier with artists. If you're an entertainer, you get, because up until then, Dave Chappelle, I want to say he was not well known, but he kind of had his stick. It was kind of like weed comedy. He came from being Half Baked and from Undercover Brother. You know what I'm saying? He was that guy, but he went from being the goofy sidekick, / weed head, to actually like a political figure. So he actually influenced culture. He actually made you think about race relations and things of that nature. And
kind of like Key and Peele.
Yeah. And a lot of the comedy that we enjoy today is a direct reflection off of that. Yeah. So we kind of have the comedic environment that we have today thanks to Dave Chappelle, and a lot of comedians now kind of, if I'm pretty sure a lot of comedians today would list him in their top 5.
Yeah. Would you? Well, and I hate to kind of get off Dave Chappelle, but this is coming to mind. Would you give? I don't know if they did this. Would you give Aries Spears the same opportunity that Dave Chappelle was given to do a show?
Aries Spears appeals more to white people as it is, because And I say,
I'm not even worried about that.
He appeals to the masses more so because his comedy isn't necessarily black centric. Like Chappelle, Patrice O'Neal, black centric comedy. Ari Spears, he talks about everything and everybody.
I'm not an Ari Spears fan.
I love it. You look like that nigga though.
but I will say I don't think he pushes the envelope like Dave Chappelle.
You're right. You are right.
He stays safe. He stays safe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm feeling. But see, I think Chappelle, because he pushed the envelope.
That's why
Chappelle's show was so great. He pushes the envelope in his stand up, and that translated almost directly to Chappelle's show. I mean, rarely do you get the opportunity and you know a little bit about how Hollywood works. I mean, they'll control your project, they'll micromanage your project. He almost had creative, and him and Neil, I believe, had full creative control over the show up to a certain degree, and they were able to put out something that was authentic to them. And I don't think people like Ari Spears will take that opportunity to push the creative limit and actually have something that's really how we tell jokes.
And see, with Ari Spears, like I'd probably listen to watch to any stand up special he has. I probably wouldn't give him a show. Right. Like if he was on the show, because he came from Mad TV.
Mad TV.
Like
I love that.
I'd rather him be as part of an ensemble, you know, and be a featured player instead of actually being.
I agree. I think he shined in Mad TV, and I was a fan of Mad TV. I like that more than Saturday Night Live. But yeah, I think he was a bright star, and then Ken Peele came along, and I think they brought a whole nother flavor in when they came in. So
I'll just pose this one question. Kevin Hart has a show.
He has a lot of shows.
Hollywood.
Okay.
Right.
Real Husbands Hollywood.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny.
I enjoy it.
Right.
But it's just me. Don't get me wrong. I love Kevin Hart and stand up. I love his stand up and everything he does, stand up wise.
Right.
But it just seems like it just gets too much for me with too much Kevin Hart.
You know, I gotta agree with you on that because I said this either last year or 2 years ago that, you know, and not dissing the brother or anything because you gotta make your money.
Right.
You know, but, you know, I'm tired of seeing you.
Right. I think what happened to Kevin Hart is almost kind of what happened to me with Cat Williams. Because like when he got big, he was kind of like everywhere and doing everything, you know, and it was
not as much as Kevin Hart.
No, not as much. Like he's kind of the next generation of it, but like he was in everything, and I'd much rather see a Kevin Hart stand up than like a Kevin Hart movie.
I would compare Kevin Hart more so to the Eddie Murphy of our time.
Ooh,
No. I'm not gonna say he's like Eddie Murphy. I'm gonna give it. It's kind of happening the same way. Think about it. He had his stand up, and he's coming into, and now he's in everything. It's the way Eddie Murphy was in the late '80s and early '90s.
But to my point and why I brought this up is Kevin Hart is given that opportunity, but yet he didn't make the impact that Chappelle show did because I don't think Kevin Hart pushes the envelope like Chappelle.
He doesn't. I don't think he pushes.
I think he plays it safe a lot, and I'll say the same. And I won't say the same thing about Eddie Murphy because Eddie Murphy in stand up.
I agree.
Push the envelope.
I agree with you. I was talking about more along the lines of being in movies, being in everything. Right. But along the lines of pushing the envelope, you're correct. Right. Kevin Hart does not push the envelope. He plays it safe. He talks about his experiences, which I can't be mad at him for doing that. And that's one thing that separates him from the greats. In my mind, like Chris Rock. I put Dave Chappelle up there. Bernie Hart, Richard Pryor. Bernie Hart, Bernie Mac. He pushed the envelope. They pushed the envelope.
Right. And my last point is, I think it'll be to my analogy. I think if you gave Paul Mooney a show right now and said, Paul Mooney, do your show. Do your show the way you want to do your show. You'll come out with something like Chappelle show.
That's why you think you said a major
as controversial and as widely accepted as Chappelle in my opinion.
But see, and like if Paul Mooney got a show, it'd probably have to be on like HBO. It probably have to be on that type of network.
Yeah, I agree.
The only reason why I say it wouldn't because all that stuff that he would talk about has already been covered. That's the thing about Chappelle's show. It's the thing about Eddie Murphy. The controversial stuff they were doing, we hadn't seen before in public on television. The stuff Mooney would be talking about, it's the same stuff we've already seen.
I disagree only because like I'm pretty sure he'll relate to current events and current events made it easy to be a black comedian.
And when you tell me the Negro Dominant skit wasn't hilarious on Chappelle's show,
yes, but that was what?
And one thing,
04?
Yeah, but
I mean, that was Paul Mooney. He was literally making fun of people on the street.
My point is, we've seen it.
Right. My point wasn't to say that Paul Mooney, if you gave Paul Mooney a show today, it would be as impactful as Chappelle's show, but you would have something similar in product if you had swapped the roles and said, instead of giving Dave Chappelle a show, we're going to give Paul Mooney.
If you gave Paul Mooney what you gave Chappelle, then
right.
Yes, I agree with you.
That was my point.
Yes, I agree.
But I think if you gave Kevin Hart in that same time period an opportunity, you wouldn't have come out with
because here's the thing, and Chappelle said this. The contract, that second deal he signed with Comedy Central was one of the main reasons why he took his break. He was never in it for the money. Mm-hmm. Kevin Hart, on the other hand, is trying to get paid. So he's going to shuck and jive and do whatever he has to do to get paid.
But I can't be bad at that.
Chappelle, on the other hand, really didn't care about the money. He wanted control. He wanted to put his product out there.
See, because Dave Chappelle, he's the one, like, he broke I forgot which comedy club it was, but he broke the record for the longest stand-up act. He was up there for 10 hours, up there just telling jokes, and I want to say it's probably since been broken, but I think he went and got it back. But I was, not even to get off topic, I got to disagree with you. I'm Saturday Night Live above Mad TV. Just, man.
I mean,
it's
history.
I like Saturday Night. Let me push
because of Aries Spears.
My mom would tell me, this is before I really knew what you're talking about. My mom would tell me, "Hey, Saturday Night Live is on." If I remember, I'll say okay. Then she would tell me later on, Mad TV's on. I'll turn it on. Okay. My TV time is precious.
Yeah, I understand.
And I feel like Mad TV. Well, because I'm a silly person. Mm-hmm. Mad TV felt more organic. Mm-hmm. In their comedy. SNL felt Mad TV felt more organic and I don't want to say independent. SNL felt too big box. Like, this is this big thing, and we're going to give you all the best of the best of the best, and we're going to make this product. Mad TV was like, hey, look, we some relatively unknown people. We're funny.
We're going to make your ass laugh.
Yeah, take a bit here to make
I appreciated Mad TV. Like, I feel like I learned more from SNL, and SNL was more like,
I believe
more relevant.
I believe
and it really, a lot of times it was the segments of SNL, because like from their weekend update, like that was the Daily Show, Jon Stewart before Jon Stewart, and I don't even know if they still do this, but the Saturday TV Funhouse, like it was an animated short.
I remember
that was the funniest shit in the world, because I remember what was it, the ambiguously gay duo. Yes. It was the Batman and Robin, like the gay version of it. Well, the overtly gay version of it, and it was just hilarious to me. Like, and part of the fact was, like, I had older parents, so like they wanted more like socially topical information. So if I watched what they watched, I was more watching SNL as opposed to Mad TV. I appreciated Mad TV, it was funny, and Mad TV kind of seemed like the more general version of, say, what was it, In Living Color. Because In Living Color was kind of for minorities. Mad TV was kind of that plus, for the general audiences. And SNL was kind of the standard, like, all that, like, that was kind of patterned after SNL. And shout out to Kenan Thompson, who made it from Nickelodeon to SNL to being the longest running cast member of SNL. Like, he's kind of a staple there.
But Greg, you know why Mad TV stuck with you in particular? And it stuck with everybody. It sticks with everybody here. Remember, we're the MTV generation. Mm-hmm. Mad TV is just MTV. That's all it is. Take SNL is American Bandstand. Mad TV is Soul Train. That's what it is. That's our stuff. That's our generation. We wanted the same funny, but not starched, not suit and tie stuck up.
I agree with you on that.
We're the MTV generation. That's what Mad TV was. That's why it resonates with us. That's why Chappelle Show resonates with us like that. Because that's our generation.
That's heavy shit, but that makes sense. I can't deny that.
But you gotta admit, like a lot of the famous comedians that we know now, like most or all of them, they worked on SNL. Like,
they were writers,
like they were actually and that was the gold standard of comedy. And like a lot of the comedians now, like even from like Will Ferrell to the guy who did Tommy Boy, Chris Farley, all them, like a lot of the big name comedic stars, they got their roots from SNL.
But not Key and Peele.
I think one of them. I think one or both of them wrote for SNL.
Did they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Did John Mulaney write for SNL?
I believe so. Yeah.
Who else wrote? John Mulaney, Louis C.K.
I think Childish Gambino did at one point in time. No. Hannibal
Buress.
How you get those two?
I don't know. I was thinking of him writing for 30 Rock.
Yeah. And 30 Rock was a great show.
Yeah.
I appreciated 30 Rock because that was kind of an SNL spoof. Who was the girl on what was that movie?
Sarah Silverman?
Sarah Silverman. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Sarah Silverman, she wrote for SNL.
That woman on that. Sarah Silverman.
Well, then now there's Amy Schumer, which, okay,
how do y'all feel about Amy Schumer?
Thank you. I was going to ask the same question.
I like Trainwreck. Not because of her, but because of the supporting cast. Like,
I didn't like LeBron.
So you don't like
Bill Hader. I mean, I like her. She was good, but John Cena, I think he did a great job in the movie the minute he was in there.
See, Amy Schumer, she kind of does the stereotypical women comedian stuff. Like, let me talk about my vagina.
I think South Park said.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, but like I listen to the Comedy Station on my Pandora, on my Amazon Fire. Like that's the kind of comedy she does, and it's funny. You know, I give it to her. But it's not something I hadn't heard before from a female comedian.
I don't like the fact that she does like she's like, oh, look how confident I am with my messed up body, and she's like confidence, and like throws it at everybody, and you're like, okay, you're good, you feel good about yourself. Stop showing me your belly or your titties or your ass or something. You know, like she needs to like, you know, like she's doing a lot, and she's like, sit down. Like,
I don't mind her, but I think she. Like Trainwreck, I guess I go back to Trainwreck, which was a movie that she did, and it got pretty positive reviews. It was just, I think, it was funny because I think her surrounding cast, LeBron was hilarious in the movie.
What was the name of the dude, the co-star?
Bill Hader. Who came from SNL.
Oh, loved him in SNL.
He was awesome.
Yeah. Loved him in SNL.
And like, I think everybody around her in that movie made that movie great.
Because that wasn't the real Amy Schumer in that movie. She's a bro comedian. Meaning she's a woman, but she's on stage as a big dumb meathead. She's a dude on stage. Yeah. That's why she talks about her fat body or her big thighs or shit like that.
Is she a queen of comedy? Is she a 2017 queen of comedy?
No.
Let's talk another time. Hell no.
Keeping it real. Keeping it real. 2017.
Isn't Chris Rock coming out?
I think Chris Rock.
I think he's. I don't know. But I think there were hints of a tour going on.
There's always hints of Chris Rock
with him. Him.
And he gonna be in the next Friday.
And Dave Chappelle and some other people.
Oh my gosh!
And I want to say it was supposed to be a bunch of them going on tour. I don't know. It was a hint of them. He had a picture of all of them together.
Man, this might be going into next week's. Okay, we'll save that.
Tune in next week.
Netflix has paid $40 million for 2 Chris Rock stand-up specials. So I would say him. Okay, so.
That's why
is Chris Rock, is Dave Chappelle on the same level as Chris Rock? Because right now they're getting paid the same money for 2 specials. Yeah.
I think. I enjoy both.
Wait. I think so. Yes, because Chris Rock has come down a little bit and Dave Chappelle's risen up a little bit. Yeah. Because Chris Rock's come down just because like he's been out of the limelight and he has his own issues going on. And his last special, it was funny. It was okay. It wasn't his best. So I can understand them putting Dave Chappelle on the same plateau as Chris Rock.
I think with the current climate that it is right now in America, it's time for them. They're smart for coming out.
Yes, it is. They timed this shit right. They timed this shit right.
It's a lot of things going on that I think they can really extrapolate on.
That's why Get Out did so well. They timed this shit right.
Yeah, they did it perfectly.
Racial divide. Nothing makes money like racial divide.
Let me see if I can find some other
the more you know.
Comics here.
What else is good on Netflix that you guys been watching? The Michael Shea. Have you seen the Michael Shea stand-up? That's actually a really good stand-up. And Trevor Noah's second stand-up. It's okay. It's not hilarious. It's just okay. His first one was better.
I'm biased.
I mean, I'm
for or against.
Personally,
it's against. I love Jon Stewart. Man.
Exactly. I was just
hard for me to give him a chance.
Okay, you got to do this just like the whole Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go argument. Okay. No. Teen Titans was good. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't compare.
Classic.
Compare Teen Titans Go to Teen Titans. They're not the same.
You know what? I appreciate Teen Titans Go for acknowledging that they're not Teen Titans. Like, if they've done episodes referring back to the previous incarnation of it, they were like, "Oh, this is what we used to be." But no, like it's a different kind of show. It's still funny. Like it's a different kind of humor because it's more about like themselves and their crime fighting. So you can kind of give them a little bit more leeway with it. But I don't even remember what we're talking about. But
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah. Oh yeah, The Daily Show. The Daily Show. True enough, it's fallen off. But I think that's because it's not even because Jon Stewart left. He just left at the right time because he's been doing it for so long. So all of the Jon Stewart disciples, they're not doing as well as Jon Stewart did. I think probably doing the best, I want to say, is John Oliver, because Last Week Tonight is a great show.
It's amazing. It's my favorite.
Stephen Colbert. See, Stephen Colbert made it because he got it to the Late Show on CBS. If you made it to a network television show like 5 days a week, you know what I'm saying, you're getting paid on CBS. Like he
Colbert
made it.
Report was my shit.
But but the thing about it is he's not getting the same ratings as, say, like a Jimmy Kimmel. Because like they do it, like if you're appealing to a different generation of news watchers, you know. So in Jimmy Kimmel, like a lot of his stuff, it's YouTube ready because people watch news kind of in segments. Our attention span isn't the same as it used to be. So people like clips and people like, you know, segments and stuff like that. Jimmy Kimmel's really great at that, and Colbert, he had to make that transition from being his caricature, because the Colbert Report, it was funny, but it wasn't actually him. So he had to actually get used to being him in front of a camera instead of being the person he portrayed. You know, and he even said himself, he had to kind of, you know, tell his kids and his family, okay, well, the person you see on TV, you know, it's not really daddy. Those aren't my, you know. He had to kind of he kind of had to be an anti-Jon Stewart, because Jon Stewart was like Democratic liberal, so he had to be the red version of that, the conservative version of that. Also,
but it was a satire.
Yeah, I mean, and it was satire. Anybody who knew it, knew what it was. But he still gave the Republican rebuttal to what Jon Stewart was doing. So now, I'm glad that he's got the opportunity, because, you know, I've been watching him so long, being a part of The Daily Show, being a correspondent, to having his own show on Comedy Central. And what I hate is that Larry Wilmore didn't do as good as I thought he was going to. Because his show was actually kind of funny.
I actually started watching
it. And it was a good show, but it wasn't Comedy Central, because Larry Wilmore, like, he was actually kind of too black for Comedy Central. You know, like, and it wasn't like Dave Chappelle too black. He was like, you know, just, it was a black show. It was broadcast. It was described as advertised as a black show. And it had it been on, say, like a BET or TV1, you know, it wouldn't have had the same viewership. You know, because Comedy Central gets more viewers. But it'd still be on. And it'd still be relevant, and it'd still be topical.
Well, and this is kind of where I feel like BET should have stepped up in taking on a project like Larry Wilmore. Because I think everybody remembers, like, being young and seeing, like, Tavis Smiley doing news on BET. Like, I don't even know if BET does news anymore.
Yep.
Sunday mornings, I want to say. I think they still do, like, a Sunday morning news show.
To me, they had an opportunity to do something special.
And they've had that opportunity. I think the only problem with them is now they got bought out by Viacom. So basically, MTV and BET are owned by the same company. So like they're gonna kind of scale back the blackness, if you will. So if you go back and watch the Boondocks episode about BET, it kind of makes a little bit more sense. You know.
Which will never air on.
You kind of got to go watch the hidden tapes. You know, catch it on DVD. It's worth it.
Did you know?
No.
Nick Cannon had a special.
I saw it on the guide, but I scrolled past it.
It's on Netflix.
I thought you were going to say, did you know he had lupus? Bro, I thought you were going to say, did you know Nick Cannon had lupus? Because he does.
Oh, he does.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. Like, look, straight up.
Yes.
Hey, shout out to Nick Cannon. Oh, is that where Mariah left him?
Could someone explain what lupus is? I know what it is, but could you explain what lupus is?
I read it and I forgot.
Like, honestly, no.
I just know they got lupus.
I know lupus from watching House a lot, and he always thought it was lupus, and it was never lupus. So
okay, you just came and dropped a big turd box.
I don't know what it is, but that nigga got it.
I don't know what it is.
I'm the mailman. It's a turd. I don't know what's in there. You smell like shit.
You the mailman that deliver mail to the wrong house.
This ain't even your shit.
Very inefficient man.
All right, let's Google says that it is an inflammatory disease caused when the immune system attacks its own tissues. It can't be cured, apparently. Well, it's like you get rashes on your body.
My cousin had it for years. She was down to like 90 pounds. She lost like 5 of her fingers.
Oh wow!
So she like she had like 3 missing on one hand too, you know. And Like, she was having really bad rashes, like, around her feet, I remember. And she was, like, basically about to die. We were, like, waiting for her to die. But other than the only explanation is God, he stepped in and she was able to get better. She got married and she gained all her weight back. Like, she's just, like, fat and happy now. And she don't get, like, it's not affecting her like it used to. But she, you know, she still don't have her fingers, so. But, man. Yeah, like, it can get really bad.
Okay, I didn't know. See, that's why I had to read it. I'm glad we had someone in here to
hashtag
woke. Man. Yeah.
Shout out
hashtag lupus is real.
Shout out to Roddy.
Let me see. This is some more stand-up comedy.
Y'all sleeping on Nick Cannon special though, because this first one was actually pretty funny.
Yeah,
actually pretty funny.
I think I do.
Oh, speaking of Amy Schumer, she has a special coming out.
She has a movie coming out too.
The 7th of this. Yeah, we saw the previews.
Snatch. What about Jimmy Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon.
Another SNL.
He comes off as pretentious to me. I don't know.
He's the least of the Jimmy.
He started the lip sync, and I really do enjoy the lip sync battles he has with people.
Yeah, a lot of his like celebrity stuff, like that comes online. That it's really funny. Like he's another one that kind of appeals to the YouTube generation.
Yeah. I think Jimmy Kimmel mastered it, but you know, like I said, the lip sync thing, I watched that.
Okay, but Jimmy Fallon also came from SNL. There's a difference.
Another SNL person, huh?
He was legit he's SNL royalty though.
Jimmy Kimmel came
because
from
of
the Man
Weekend
Show.
Update.
He did come, and I'm
I
very proud of
remember
Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy
Him
Kimmel, I'm very
and Adam
proud of
Carolla.
you. Because you went and Adam Carolla stayed Man Show. He's doing, and that's cool. That's cool.
That's his lane.
No. I mean, he stayed Man Show. That's what that's his niche. Jimmy Kimmel went to a cocoon and came out a fucking late night host. Yeah, like overnight. Like he was fat, drinking beer, eating chicken wings, and then and then the next night he come out very cleaned up, very well tailored suit. And hosting a late night show. I'm like, oh man,
he did the Oscars, yeah.
Now the Oscars, just recently. So,
yeah, I don't know how you do that. You got notes, folks.
Mm-hmm. Let me just go through. Let's see, March. Let's see what else we got here. We got Dave Chappelle, of course. April, we got Louis C.K.
Oh, you got another special coming out?
Yeah, on Netflix.
Oh,
yeah.
See,
can't wait for that.
Louis C.K. and
Another
Louis
legend.
Black, like those are kind of my two favorite like shot comedians. And if they went on tour together, I'd pay whatever.
Haven't watched too much Louis Black. I just know he yells a lot.
All right, look, Louis Black will give you a history lesson and make you fucking laugh about it.
Yeah.
That nigga is fucking hilarious. He's an old man.
I know he's one of those legends.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you want to know another legend, I guess I'm going off the radar. Larry David. I know the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm is supposed to be coming out soon. If y'all,
they're bringing that back.
Yes.
What is Curb Your Enthusiasm? What is that?
It's a TV show HBO with JB Smoove.
I don't watch HBO.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, JB Smoove. That's where he got his start.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he was a comedian, but that's where he got his big break from Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay.
But yeah, that show is hilarious.
Okay.
So all you kids out there, Larry David was the one who wrote Seinfeld.
Yeah, Seinfeld. Yeah. Sorry.
Going to the Jerry Seinfeld was actually a funny ass comedian. Like I don't know if you actually got a chance to listen to any of this stuff, but Jerry Seinfeld was a funny ass comedian. Robert Williams was funny too.
Another Jewish guy.
See, when I first heard Robin Williams like stand up, him being not being Robin Williams on screen, him being Robin Williams stand up comedian where he started, I fell in love with him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh man, this is kind of different because only memories I had of him
his characters
were or stand up even were just like little action shots, kind of like Steve Martin. He was doing something crazy with a bunch of energy, and actually see him performing with that energy. I really appreciate everything else that he did.
Did you get to catch his skit on golf?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, try it out, man.
Have to check it out.
Go check that out on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tracy Morgan is coming out.
Tracy Morgan, yeah, he's
on Netflix. Netflix is killing it. It's called Staying Alive. Louis C.K. is called 2017. Let's see here. Sarah Silverman. It's coming out on Netflix on the 30th of May. The title is to be announced. So I'll stop there. Oh, well, that's all. It's going to be a good year for comedy. But yeah, it's going to be a good year for comedy. Yeah. If anyone likes Nick Offerman,
Your Netflix and chills are about to be amazing.
Nick Offerman.
Yeah. Him and Megan Mullally. Yeah, they're coming out. It's going to be on through Epic. So
Somebody from another pool of comedians that I like is Ron White.
Ron White. Oh yeah. Oh, I love Ron White. Yeah, Can't Get Stupid. Oh, yeah.
He's probably the only one I like from that.
The Blue Collar Comedy.
Yeah, he's probably the only one I really actually like from them.
I really like this stuff. I gotta go back and listen to it because he didn't they kick him off or did
I don't know.
Okay, because I know Jeff Foxworthy.
He went solo for a minute.
Yeah,
he started getting that Cracker Barrel money, not Cracker Barrel. What was it? Golden Corral money.
Jeff Foxworthy. And him and was it Larry the Cable Guy? They had another special.
Yeah. Larry the Cable Guy was all right in his little time frame.
Yeah.
And then after that, when he tried to go to movies and stuff,
he wasn't built to last. He wasn't built to last.
Yeah. And then Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham is actually really funny.
Yeah, Jeff Dunham is one of those comedians, and I'm funny, but I guess this is the hipster.
I'm funny about my comedians.
Yeah, well, I guess this is the hipster in me, because you know how you find out something and then everyone else jumps on the bandwagon. Yeah. I found out, at least in my circle of my friends, about Jeff Dunham way before they did. But it's like when they found out about it, I was like, you ruined it, because now the jokes aren't even funny because you're doing them wrong. He started getting popular, and everyone started. Yeah, stop. But at the time when I first discovered him, I really, really, really enjoyed him. And even now it's been almost 10 years, I can kind of get over myself.
His stand up without the dolls is funny too.
I didn't know he did.
It's funny. Jim Gaffigan is actually very hilarious, and he does the little
Jim
voices.
Gaffigan,
yes. I love his little voices, and he kind of throws it in there just at the right time. But he has really good timing on his jokes. John Mulaney was a good one, and those are the type of comedians that done a lot of behind the scene works, and when they got the chance to shine, you didn't realize they've been in the game as long as they have.
Oh yeah.
Dimitri Martin, he's been a writer, and a lot of his stuff is really funny.
His stuff is hilarious.
Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
Is that Fluffy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Fluffy. I like. You know what? This is my thing about Gabriel Iglesias. Nothing against him. It's just at the time when I was discovering comedians, it was almost too much for me. I was like, okay, because I discovered, okay, here's my black comedians, here's my redneck comedians, here's my underground hipster comedians like Patton Oswalt and Brian Posehn, and now what was his name, Carlos Mencia. He comes out, and now I got him, and now I got this other Latino guy. Like, this is too much. I know your stuff. I'll just go away. Yeah.
You can't have two Latino comedians.
I mean, no, because you remember they came out. I don't even remember who they were, but they came out with the Latin Kings of Comedy, and I want to say Carlos Messina was one of them. Who's the guy who had a show? George Lopez.
She had some interesting comments recently. During one of the stand-up performances.
You talk about the lady told to get out.
Yeah.
That was Lopez. I wouldn't say that was Lopez.
I don't think he was a Latin king of comedy, but Pablo Francisco. He does a lot of impressions.
He does his impression of a black R&B group in the 90s.
Oh yeah,
my God.
Oh yeah.
Nick, my mama was laughing at that shit.
He's good.
It's gotta be funny.
Watch some of his, listen to some of his older stuff. So, let's.
How do you guys feel about Aziz?
Okay.
He's
not
annoying.
A fan.
He was
not a fan of me.
Yeah,
you're not a fan.
He had his moment, and
I don't think he was built to last either. I think he had like one or two really good ones, but yeah.
I think somebody said his Masters of None on Netflix is a good show, but But I'm not a fan of. I didn't really like him in Parks and Rec. What? I didn't really like him. He was okay. It was just too much sometimes. It was just like Kevin Hart too much. Like,
you know who was good at a certain point in time? Dan Cook was actually kind of hilarious.
Yeah,
like for
another
period of
too
time.
much.
People not like Dan Cook.
Too much. I don't really like Dan Cook. Didn't really like him.
Michael.
But see, when
they can relate to him.
Well, that's like this. He was when I really first
He's like an
started watching comedy.
The mother sucker.
He does.
Yeah, I remember
Michael Blackson.
I've heard.
Another
That's pretty good.
Too much.
Too much.
Blackson. I guess I haven't seen too much of his stand up, but
well, you can watch that. That's movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone on Netflix. I want to move on to Get Out. As Rob rubs his hands.
I'm gonna let you handle this because I don't give a shit about spoilers.
Okay.
I'm not no spoiler. I'm not no spoilers.
So most of us have seen Get Out, and we're going to do our very best not to
no spoilers. No spoilers.
But yeah, and we all went with our different expectations. I think number one, it's fair to say, and we were talking about this earlier about it being a horror movie or not. It's not your classic horror film. And meaning don't go in there expecting to be scared shitless, you know. And I'll say number two, before it came out, there were a lot of talks of it being people, I won't say protesting it, but we're scared of it being too racist. It's not too racist at all. It's just the right amount, you know. It's just it's a little, you know. It's not even racist. It's
implied.
It's enough to spark conversation. You know? It's not throwing it all in your face. You know, there are times where it is saying, "Hey, you know what this is? It is exactly what you think it is." And then there are times where it's just a little bit where if you're not paying attention, or if you just if you don't know, I won't say history, but if you don't know the history of some of the things that are going on, you know, it'll go completely over your head.
I was always told, like, the way it was described to me is for specifically for Caucasian viewers, like it's hard to identify who the bad guy is, because like a lot of times, like the thoughts that they bring up, like you kind of identify with. You're like, okay, well, I can understand not wanting, you know, my daughter to date this guy who's not like us, who's not from our culture, you know. So if you start relating too much to whoever's supposed to be the antagonist as opposed to the protagonist, then yeah, you know, and it's not even, you know, it's not even saying that it's pointing out like inert racism, you know what I'm saying, like stuff that you may not realize.
Oh yeah,
maybe racist.
No one likes to be taught about.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and it seems like okay, and if you say okay, well, this is the bad guy in this movie, therefore this is how we view you, then you know, of course, you might take offense to it, saying okay, well, this is an anti-white film, just like what was the movie Dear White People? You know, a lot of people based off the title alone, they're like, okay, well, obviously it's anti-white. Let's protest. We're not even knowing what it's about, you know. So you kind of have to go into it with an open mind and kind of, you know, forget your prejudices or your biases and just take it as entertainment. You know, take it as a film, and you know, after viewing it, you know, think of it what you will. But it's kind of hard to. I can understand if it was the other way around. If it was a movie about a white girl being brought into a black family, and the black guys are trying to, you know, kill or harm the white girl, and then of course that'll cause more of an uproar. So you kind of have to go into it with an open mind and kind of leave your biases at the door. I'm
gonna start. I like what you said. I'm gonna start with this mainly coming to it as a movie from a movie standpoint. Then I'm gonna give my opinion on the movie. It was a beautifully shot movie. The screenplay was great. Everything clicked so well with this movie.
Not gonna win an Oscar.
It might not win an Oscar. It might not win an Oscar. But man, it kudos to Jordan Peele, because he redefined, and this is what I was telling Greg. He redefined, I think, the horror genre, or I think it's an instant classic because of the way it is portrayed. It's a predictable movie, and yet it's so beautifully shot and executed so well. You don't mind. It's a like I said, it's a gorgeous film. I do wish that something that was in the trailer, that was in there, it wasn't in the movie. But I don't mind that, because it was such a beautiful movie and done great. And it was a budget of $4.5 million, and I think it's still making money in the box office. I think it's time that opening weekend was $30.5 million. And I just say this is a great job for Jordan Peele on his debut. But going on my opinion, yes, it is you have to come in with open mind with this movie. It's not your typical horror movie. I went with a friend who happened to be white. She told me she enjoyed it. So it was. I don't know what the whole thing is. It was a fun movie. It was a truly fun movie. So I mean, if I guess I go to a white guy who was here. Who saw it?
A resident Florida.
I'll let you go first before I get there.
Hi. No, but I really like the movie. Of course, I'm an open-minded kind of person, so I mean the things that were in there to grab your attention, if you're paying attention to what's going on. I mean, of course, I saw a lot of that stuff, but since it all is blatantly there, I didn't really take a deeper look at a lot of it, just because I didn't. I was like, oh, y'all went to PWI school, y'all used to this certain culture, and I went to an HBCU, and I kind of got like rebooted.
Which is almost which it's like a contradiction. In that
I know,
right.
Right. I was like I'm an inside out Oreo. But no, like as far as like Rock said, the movie was beautiful. I loved like just looking at it. Turn it on mute, I'd still watch it just because it was beautifully done. As far as the other aspects of it, sociological. I'm pronouncing that right?
Yeah.
Sociological. Yeah. As far as that aspect goes, if you're not paying attention and you're just going at it for face value, it's a good movie. But if you want to get something out of it, you will.
Tim, what you were saying about the way somebody described it to you, I always tell people, like this past week I've been telling them, that it's not, it's a horror movie to black people that understand it. Mm-hmm. So it's a real life horror because that is very possible, very real, and that hits home for us. As for the antagonist part of it, you know who the antagonist is, but they're not your traditional racists. Mm-hmm. They're not a traditional sense. In fact, they're our friends. Mm-hmm. They're our white friends. No, seriously, they're our white little friends. Yeah. So it's not so much protagonist, antagonist. It's, it's just, we already know who's on what side. Mm-hmm. We got this. And I know a lot of people were like doing the articles or whatever, and they were just like making up stuff, reaching for extra stuff, but it is something that I ain't gonna see it twice because it's something you have to go back and watch. Like, it's just little bitty stuff, and make you think like, oh, this is a deeper thing. So
see, and I can understand. I love the way you said that because the scariest movies to me, anything in the horror genre, were stuff that could actually happen. Mm-hmm. Like if it seemed plausible that it could happen to me in real life, that was always shit that scared me. Mm-hmm. Like ghost movies, no, not for real, because if you don't believe in ghosts or poltergeists or demons or whatever, that you're not going to be scared. But if anything that's like a thriller type where this could happen in real life America, this could happen to me tomorrow, that's always the scariest thing to me. So like, I've dated white women before, and having to interact with their family. That's always a fear. Like, yeah. And in the back of my mind is that, get out. You don't belong here. Like that feeling, that mentality. And that, like,
I feel you.
And that's what's relatable to it. And the fact that, the person, Key, Keegan-Michael Key, the guy who produced and directed it, like, he's biracial, Jordan Peele. Okay, Jordan Peele, the other one from Key and Peele. Jordan Peele, like, both of them are biracial. So that's what made their comedy kind of appeal to a broader audience because they kind of got the best and worst of both worlds, So, and being a mixed individual making this from the black perspective, you say, okay, well, I can see how this side of my heritage would approach the situation and how this other side of my heritage would approach the situation. And then you have this movie, and it kind of, it gets people because it hits too close to home. And that's kind of where a lot of the controversy comes because, okay, well, I see myself in this movie, and if I'm not portrayed as the hero, then I don't like this movie.
Well, other horror movies, you've got like Jason, Michael Myers, all them, mm-hmm. whether they have been potentially killed 100 times or could have been killed 100 times, and they keep coming back, mm-hmm. It's not realistic, so mm-hmm. you can't relate to those.
Yeah.
So she took my point, but I'll say this. I don't think anybody's ever thought of it like this. First off, you're right, it is a real horror film because these are people that we know. This is something that could really happen. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful movie.
Candyman scared the hell out of me because it was black.
But I've yet to hear anybody say this. You know who it scares the most? Not us, white people. Mm-hmm. And this is why. We are scared because we know this. We see this, especially us down here in the South. We've heard stories like this. We've seen this. We've experienced this. Whereas white people know, the racists that we speak of, the people who are racist against us, those are just those outlandish ones. That's the radical
Racism
ones.
has changed.
No.
It's changed.
These people, they look like your friends. They look like you. And they're in essence woke to how this racism is inbred, is just natural for them. So it scares them more than it scares us, because it's like, I have this disease in me that no matter how much I try to fight it or anything like that, it's still there, and it still comes out from time to time, whether or not I know it. That's what makes it the work. That's why it's more scary for white people. And the thing about it is, just like Jason and Michael Myers, you can't kill it. There's nothing you can do about it.
But I agree with you. Everyone has their prejudices. But when, I guess, that thing of not knowing and something that's different, we have that innate fear as humans not to really, to kind of fear something that's unknown. And if you see me or coming in with your white daughter and you've never been around black people more, what?
He's a very large black man, by the way.
Come in with your white daughter and you haven't spent more than 10 minutes around a black person in your life.
Or 8 hours at work.
Or you haven't been exposed to black people. That's gonna send a shiver up your spine.
That's not my point, though. That's the radicals you're talking about. I'm talking about
I'm talking about
people you work with.
Anybody you think, even those people that say they would have voted for Obama for a third term if they could.
And that's the thing, like, because if you're, I guess the best word to put it is ignorant. Because if you just don't know any better, because you haven't been exposed to it, you can say a lot of things that'll be taken as racist, even if it's not meant as racist, even if it's not like intended. If you don't view yourself as racist, but you're not exposed to a different type of culture, you can say some shit just because you don't know. You can say stuff out of ignorance.
Exactly. But I'll give you this example. Other day at work, I'm a teller. I smile a lot. I smile a lot. A lady came up to me, older white lady came up to me. She was really nice lady. And I got done doing a transaction and everything. She said, "You seem like a really nice person." Like, what was I not supposed to be? Was I not supposed to
She wasn't expecting.
But I think the way that she came across, she was trying to say, I seem nice. But I guess what she's seen or what she's been around, been exposed to, I wasn't supposed to be nice. I don't know. It's just, and a lot of times, I guess that's the way.
And we'll get those, and the only one say backhanded compliment.
But that's how I took it. Let me just say that. That's how I took it. Well, I wasn't supposed to be nice.
That's one. You speak very well. Like, and I hate that. It sounds different coming from, say, like another black person, from a white person thing. You speak very well. Okay, well, you don't expect that.
Oh, I was gonna say, okay, so I work with old white ladies at my job at home department. They come up there and they say the same thing. It's so funny because they'll say, you just the sweetest thing ever. Can I just hug you? I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. And so they're just so amazed at the way that we speak and the way that we are that they don't know how to take it. And and I love one thing before he says something, I want to say something just because of the way you look. And like without like they're just like super intimidating. Like, why can't you just
be what I expect you to be?
I just got one question. You let him touch your hair?
No.
That's not my hair. That's not. Y'all are right, but that's not my point. What I'm saying is, what's the scariest thing is somebody as cool as Justin.
I'll admit the scariest thing
would do something like that without even knowing.
That's the scariest thing
to be branded as a racist.
No. The scariest thing for a white person who considers themselves not racist, a genuinely kind person, is to accidentally or on purpose do something that could be seen that way.
Like, if you think twice about it, we racist against each other sometimes. We are. But think about it.
I'm not even gonna comment on that because what you just said was what you needed to say. It ain't just white folks doing that.
It's not.
Everybody is a prejudice.
That can offend you in whoever it is. If you think twice about your black daughter bringing home a white guy, that could offend him so much. That's racist, and you don't even know you're doing it.
That's that's innate prejudice. That's prejudice.
I mean, and we all have our biases. Like
Right.
everyone has a
I
bias.
literally said that for people, it's different. They wouldn't be. You have that innate fear. That's different.
Yeah, but think about it. If it wasn't a lady who said that you spoke so well, or whatever she said, that you're so nice. What if it was the person who's been giving you promotion after promotion, who works with you every single day, who knows you? You know this person. They're the person who says something.
I would say, "What, I'm not supposed to be nice?" I would literally say that to them.
But wouldn't it hurt? Wouldn't it feel a little bit different for somebody who knows you?
No, because they know me. They know me.
I would almost expect it from somebody that knows me.
No. Well,
exactly. Because
I think it would hurt more because you were like, "Oh, this person is cool. This person understands." Like, oh, it's not such a big thing that I can speak complete sentences.
I'll be honest.
It's not such a big thing. I haven't been to jail.
I already know how you are in the first place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna tell you something different. Would that not hurt?
I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, Mike. I'm gonna tell you, Mike.
Person.
If it wasn't a white lady that said it, if it was a black lady that said it, I wouldn't have took it that way. I'm just going to tell it to you. I wouldn't have took it that way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Get out.
I would have took it as thank you, sister, for recognizing that I have common sense and I'm making an effort to make us look good. Whereas the white lady would be thank you for recognizing that I'm not an ignorant hoodlum that you probably only associate.
You white devil. Exactly. You all white bitch.
That was my whole thought. Like, what was I not supposed to be nice?
Because I know for a fact that I'm like a lot of my coworkers. I'm a lot of my coworkers' black friend. I am. Like, I'm that guy. Like, I'm the one that they know they're not racist because they have me in their life. Like,
I have black friends.
Tell me where you at.
S is in the parentheses.
I think we can all applaud Jordan Peele on his debut film and appreciate the conversations that are coming from it.
Oh yeah, I love the dialogue.
Oh yeah, and I think we're all excited about Dave Chappelle and a lot of the comics that are coming out this year. But sadly, I think it's time for us to end. But before we end, we got to read some listener emails.
Woo! Yeah. See, we do it for y'all. We do it for y'all.
This one comes from milkandhoney@gmail.com.
Ooh.
What?
They tell her to DM me.
This is shades darker.
This is the question is for the fellas. If your girl bought you a promise ring, would you rock it?
Hell no.
Nah.
What you doing buying me a promise ring?
No. Oh, gender norms?
I want the socks in my dresser.
Not even on a necklace?
A necklace? What? I don't wear a chain regularly. No.
Just because I got this ring, I'm going to start wearing a chain.
That's like a pre-engagement ring.
I never understood promise rings.
That's more money you spending.
Right, exactly.
Because promises can be broken, bitch.
You could have said that and bought me Halo.
I know, right?
I ain't gonna leave you after you buy me an Xbox.
milkandhoney@gmail.com. The answer is no.
Don't buy milk and honey. Don't buy a promise ring. No. Buy some lingerie.
Buy some lingerie.
Lingerie will make them stay. This next one is from Sunny in San Diego at AOL.com.
They old.
No, I'm sorry. Sunny in San Diego.
Sunny.
At AOL.com.
Hey, yo, Sunny, with that mouth, dude.
Where was the dude?
Hey, yo, Sunny, I didn't mean that.
Senior response to Tropical Mike at FreshBeets.com.
Sunny, he or she asks, are famous YouTubers legitimate celebrities?
Oh man,
I think so.
They're this generation celebrities.
You just asked your own question.
Because from what Tim alluded to earlier, we have a short attention span. So if you can put something in 15 seconds or a minute and have the millennials grasp and gravitate to it, I think you've achieved.
What is a celebrity?
Thank you.
I mean, well, if you've got
somebody who's famous,
if you got more than 100,000 followers, you might be a celebrity. You might be a celebrity.
King Badge got movie deals because of what he did on Instagram. 6-second videos when it first. I mean, not Instagram.
He's a celebrity.
When it first came out, 6 seconds.
I guess even a better question would what class of celebrity would you put them in? They're obviously not A-list celebrities.
I mean, if you got 2 people that like you, technically you're a celebrity to them.
I mean, that's a perspective thing, man. I think you get a little too deep with it.
I wouldn't give it celebrity in the broad sense, only because there are a lot of the internet has given an outlet for a lot of artists to put themselves out there creatively and not necessarily be signed. It's like say for saying music, because there are a lot of music stars on YouTube who do their own independent music. And they do it themselves. They do it through their own hard work. They're not signed to a label. They don't have to pay anybody any money. Like Chance the Rapper, he started off, putting stuff out strictly through the internet, and now, he just won a Grammy. So, I mean, everyone in here will probably agree that he's a celebrity now. And I think the same goes to say for these, divine comedians. A lot of these guys, you can be funny in short increments, in 15, 16 second, spurts. But put them on stage in front of a mic, you may not be able to get a stand-up special out of it. You might not be able to get a movie deal out of it. So, there's a difference between fame and celebrity. Cause a lot of people know you might be famous, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're a celebrity.
I think if you hit their minimum requirements to get paid.
I think they're exactly the same thing.
I mean, if you got
a lot of people know you, you pretty much.
If you have an account with 29 million followers, I think you're a celebrity.
Well, at what point did Kim Kardashian become a celebrity? After the sex tape? Because
pretty much.
I mean, because a lot of people knew who she was.
I think it's when you have global recognition for something, whether it's positive or negative. Because the sex tape is probably not too positive. But
I mean, in her
she put it in her favor. She worked it in her favor.
I said not too positive.
She's fake. Hey, people out there wearing her jeans now because people saw her fuck Ray J.
I don't think we answered the question.
I'm gonna say yes.
Kinda. Yes.
I will go with kinda.
That's like the difference between fame and infamy.
If you're famous, you're a celebrity. That's what it is.
This is the last question. I'm smooth down there at yahoo.com.
Hashtag Brazil.
TMI.
This is the family podcast, motherfucker.
What's the best chain pizza restaurant?
Marco's.
Fresh Brothers Pizza, located all up and down the California coast. I'm there counting.
You got some stock in?
I'm there counting. Shout out to Fresh Brothers Pizza. DiGiorno.
I'm about to say when you're in the country stores, Hunt's Brothers Pizza. You can get that Hunt's Brothers Pizza in every convenience store down in Alabama.
Pizza Hut. Of all the famous ones, I probably go with Papa John's. Over say a Pizza Hut or a Domino's or
I'm going Marco's, man.
Pizza Hut thin crust, man. Is that
Papa John's crust is the best in the world.
It's
so filling.
They don't have thin crust.
Hey, Domino's is making a come up though.
I'm going Marco's.
Depends on what I want.
Depends on what you want.
I don't know.
Is Marco's national?
It's a chain. I don't know if it's national though.
I don't know.
Hey,
good shit.
Write your senator. Get you a Marcos. Write your congressman.
I do like Marcos.
So
I know at work we get a lot of
Krusty Krab.
Ain't nobody gonna say CC's?
CC's.
What?
Bro, CC's was
it's a buffet.
No. CC's is cost effective. If you don't want to pay a lot and you want to get really full, in any place that's a buffet, if you mass produce pizzas on that level, I can't necessarily.
Shout out to the cinnamon buns.
CC's is.
Oh yeah. No, I will say this. I like their desserts. I'd go there for dessert more so than I would pizza.
I change your argument. I think it's Sam's.
Sam's
Choice.
Okay, I can say a piece of SM. I get that.
Screw Costco. They wouldn't give me a membership.
What you mean?
So, consensus Sam's.
The best chain pizza restaurant is
Sam's Club.
Find yours. Find your Sam's Club.
Get your membership
wherever you live.
Go get you a pizza, some bottled water, and a bunch of other shit.
For $2.
And gas. If you can get pizza and gas at the same place, you're doing it right.
Before we go, drop us a line on our Facebook page. Let us know if there's anything you want to hear us talk about, or you just want to share something funny you found. Also, like and follow the page because we post stupid, funny stuff. Sometimes informative stuff, fairly regularly. On behalf of the Fresh Beets Podcast crew, thanks to our guests for being here. Thanks to you listeners for being here with your ears and your minds. We'll see you next time on the Fresh Beets Podcast. Peace.